What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D, and we are back with another one. Today we're going to be doing a live commentary coverage on the Lions Dallas ball game. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get. So yeah, we're going to be live. I'm waiting on. I got a few guests that's probably going to join us pretty soon. Tonight is the night. We need tonight's game. There's no excuses for tonight. You know, it looked like we're going to have St. Brown for tonight's game. So this is a must win for each team tonight, for Dallas or Detroit. So hopefully we'll be victorious in tonight. Give me 1 second. I don't know what's going on with my volume. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we need this win bad tonight. It's going to be a must win for Detroit. So give me a second. I'm getting ready to bring a few people in. I got Big Hen and Q Nitty. That's probably going to be joining us sometime soon. But yeah, give me the comment section is open. Let me know what you guys think about tonight's game. It's a must win for Detroit, and Dallas is a game behind us in the for the eighth and final wild card spot, I should say. Yep. So we are getting ready to hold on. What the heck? Start it up. We definitely need this game tonight. Like I said, it's a must win for us. You know, or this will be back-to-back losses that we have not had all year long. Okay, so let me just send one more invite out. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything started. Sorry about the initial audio startup. Didn't have everything set up right, but we are back. You know, it's another one. It's your boy Dame D. You know, we've been missing in action for a little bit. Had a few family things going on, a few personal things going on in my life, but we are back. You know, hopefully we can get this W. You know, we've been struggling in past. We've been struggling all season long. You know, and these injuries has been, you know, popping up every week. You know, it's been holding us back on, you know, on what we got in store for the end of the season, I should say. You know what I mean? So we are fighting for our life to stay alive in this playoff hunt. You know, we have to be able to come out with a W tonight, or pretty much, you know, we're going to be on the outside looking in. So we have to be able to keep pace. Like I said, Dallas is a game behind us, so we have to at least stay ahead of them. We won't be able to win the division after that loss that we took to Green Bay last week on Thanksgiving. It was a horrible win. You know, I wouldn't have never thought that we would have let Green Bay sweep us, you know, in the series. You know, I would have bet the house on that game that we would have won that game last week. But, you know, it happens. It's football. You know, so the comment section is open. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Let me know who you guys got tonight. And let me make sure that my audio, that I can be heard. So give me 1 second. Just trying to make sure I can be heard. Give me 1 second, you guys. I can see everything, but okay, there we go. So I can be heard. So, okay, so my audio and video is good. What's up, y'all? We got a comment in here. Give me 1 second. I'm still getting everything set up. Melvin comment. What up, though, Mel? Send me your email. I can bring you in live. Mel Coleman said, "What up, though, D? Long time no here, my baby. But you already know who I am. Who I'm with the Broncos. Okay. Your Broncos looking good this year, man. Come on. Give me your email. I'm gonna bring you in. You can chop it up with me. Yeah, your Broncos looking all right, man. You know, but will they survive? Will they make it to the end? You know, they looking good thus far. You know, we got a few people watching. If you guys are not if you are not subscribed to the channel, then make sure you guys go over there and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. Help me get in the YouTube algorithm. So St. Brown will be out there tonight. You know, hopefully he's at least 75 to 80%. You know, we definitely going to need him on third down possessions tonight.
Thank you, Kaylee. St. Brown, one tough dude. Standings. I think the Eagles can hear the Cowboys coming after them right now. 6-5-1 is their mark. Eagles have lost 2 straight. Lions, meanwhile, in the north are trailing the Bears.
All right, hopefully you guys can hear the commentary.
NFC and the Packers, 8-3.
We definitely need this win tonight. There's no excuses. You know, hopefully Dan Quinn. Hopefully Dan Campbell play football tonight. You know, if we need the points and we got a chance to get these points, let's get these points. You know, I understand you live by the sword, you die by the sword, but we are at the point where we're getting ready to be eliminated from even making the playoffs. You know, at one point, you know, we were talking about Super Bowl. Now we barely look like. All right, here we go. Okay, so we got the ball first. Dallas deferred the ball. We'll see our offense out here first and see what we all about. So the comment section is open, you guys. You guys interact with me. Let me know what you think about tonight's game. Let me know who you got. What's your team? Mel said his team is the Broncos.
Prescott both with 25 touchdown passes, exceeded only by Stafford, who has 32 for LA.
All right.
So there was St. Brown.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. We are starting off with good field position. Golf out of the gun. Right to St. Brown. Okay. And he looked it over. He looked it okay.
How about that? All the questions about
all right.
the ankle is going to be able to play.
The ankle looked good. Okay, I'm having a few technical difficulties all of a sudden. Yeah, but St. Brown looked good on that first catch. I don't know what's going on. Give me 1 second. It's always something. All right, go up out of the shotgun again.
Pressure and throws it into the ground. That time, Odikazua is there to put the pressure on.
Yeah, see, and that's what we cannot allow. This pressure it's been pretty much, rushing golf. He has no time to be able to get and that's right up the middle. See, our running backs got to be able to pick that block up.
Much made out of Quinn and Williams coming in. Of course, they got Kenny Clark in that trade with Micah Parsons. But the big beneficiary's probably been 97. And they go with a lot of 5-man defensive line.
All right, here we go.
Creates one-on-one.
3rd and 3 out of the shotgun. Gibbs in the backfield.
Pressure put on again.
Okay, back to Gibbs on the screen. Okay, there we go, Gibbs.
To the 40, to the 36.
Pick up about 30 yards.
So a 3rd and 3. Dallas having a lot of trouble this year.
There we go.
3rd down.
That's big.
And really a great call here by the head coach, Dan Campbell. You'll see the escort out front.
So we got to throw a lot of these. If these teams want to continue to blitz us like that, we got to be able to get the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs out there on the screen.
Talents in the NFL, you get him in space, especially on 3rd down.
Yes.
Turn to him. He's going to cover a lot of ground.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, from the Dallas 40-yard line. Back to Gibbs. Fake to Gibbs. Back to Gibbs. There we go. Gibbs up the middle to the 20.
Inside the 15, breaking tackles.
There we go. Down to the 11-yard line. There you go, Gibbs. See, and that's what we got to do. Oh, wow, that was St. Brown. I thought that was Gibbs.
I think Detroit's going to try to take advantage of. This is Kenneth Murray right here in the middle. You see Overshown right here. He'll work to the outside.
So that ankle is looking really, really good.
Who's going to win this? Gibbs.
That was Gibbs. He must have fumbled.
There aren't any linebackers in the NFL, especially Kenneth Murray at his size, that could stay with Gibbs. Look at that. That's a tough thing to do. It's an area that I think Dan Campbell wants to try to exploit tonight. And they go.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 out of the eye. Gibbs in the backfield. Fake to Gibbs.
From the pass to the right side.
To the tight end.
Taking it there is Ross Dwelly, who becomes the #1 tight end because Sam Laporta got hurt early on. He's on injury reserve.
Hopefully you guys can hear everything good.
The #1 guy, he's on injury reserve too.
There's Dan Campbell.
Yeah, we're down bad far as to tight ends and DBs.
And really, you look back at his entire career, He has not called plays very often. In fact, his first year as a head coach in 21 after an 0-8 start was the only other time.
All right, out of the eye, first, second and 8, Gibbs in the backfield.
Drives this year, 45 for Detroit. Can they do it again? Gibbs this time is stopped.
They on that one. Maybe a loss of 3 on that one.
That is Donovan Izaraku, a rookie out of Boston College.
See, and this is right here where St. Brown and our tight end comes into play.
We think of these guys, these young guys, as a great pass rusher, but he works inside of Taylor Decker, and then the quickness and athletic ability to get back outside to be able to. With Micah Parsons now in Green Bay, what a great addition he's been.
3rd down and 8.
Third and 8. Come on, get rid of it, Goff. Wow.
Back of the 21-yard.
This motherfucker is not fast enough to even get away out of the shotgun. See, that's what burns me. We have to be prepared. We have to know that these linebackers are on blitz mode. You have to be able to get rid of that ball.
This is a one-on-one matchup. Who's going to win this battle? Good job using the hands, and it's just
come on, get rid of it.
He gave him a little shake there.
But that's okay. We look good on we look good on that first drive. It fizzed out at the end, but we'll come away with 3 points.
38-yard attempt here for Jake Bates. And that drive culminates.
All right, so it is what it is. We know. See, and this is something Dan Campbell have to realize. We know that most teams are going to be bringing the blitzes with their linebackers every play. And I talked about this earlier. Minnesota kind of showed the rest of the league what to do against this offensive line, against Detroit offensive line. You pretty much got to blitz these linebackers every play. That'll shake Goff up, and once he get happy feet back there, it's hard for him to concentrate and be able to make correct passes. We've been seeing this from the last 3 to 4 weeks, I should say. Excuse me, I'm a little hoarse. But once he gets happy feet, and they're rushing him, Goff is not accurate on any of his passes, so we have to be able to keep him upright for us to be able to win this game. That's point blank period. With Goff being under pressure like that, not really having the time to throw the ball away, we will not be able to get the ball downfield to J-Mo. There will be only like short drop-off pass like we saw, to Jahmyr Gibbs earlier in that first drive, so we have to be able to protect him and keep him upright, if we want to see a high-scoring game and a good game out of Goff. What up, though, Melly Mel? Yeah, them Broncos, man, they looking good, but like a lot of people say, all right, will they be able to, withhold the, the big guns of the AFC out there? Like the Buffaloes, the Baltimore, and Kansas City. You guys finish playing the rest of those guys at the end of the season, then we'll see where you guys stand. But for the most part, Denver looks really good. I have no complaints on, the turnaround, and they did a dramatic turnaround within a year. Yeah, but we'll be able to see the first series on Dallas. This will tell a lot, with this defense, this injury-riddled defense we have coming in tonight. As far as our secondary, our front five is pretty decent. Linebacker core is good. We have to be able to put some pressure, on Dallas quarterback tonight to be able to get this win. We need some takeaways, some turnovers. And some just tough, gritty defense. So here we go.
Kneecaps, right?
Yeah, we definitely gonna be biting some goddamn kneecaps tonight.
Didn't get off to the greatest start, but then all of a sudden in year 2 and beyond, he's been pretty terrific.
Yeah, I think the entire country, no matter who your team is, you kind of gravitate to Dan Campbell. The way he does it,
All right, here we go.
That he makes and just his approach as a head coach.
Bates puts it in the air. Collected at the 5-yard line. This is Turpin who can fly. Turpin out past.
Mel said, yeah, we already knocked KC out. Not yet. They still in it. Y'all probably going to have to still see them in the playoffs. All right, here we go. Prescott on his first drive. We need a lot of pressure from Hutch and Muhammad on the ends coming in, and our linebackers have to have a great game. You know, we need Campbell spying on Prescott, trying to run with that ball. Because that's what killers. A running quarterback normally hurts our defense bad.
Comes in right now playing great football.
Running back is Javonte Williams, and next Denver Broncos.
Okay, maybe 2 or 3 on the running play.
The 36 as he approaches 1,000 yards. Does Williams, tackle there by Reeder, gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, if you haven't seen a ton of Dallas, I think that's what you're going to see more of, especially early downs. Dak Prescott was shoddy running the offense under center and establishing that run.
All right, 2nd and 6. Prescott on the
looking, throwing, caught, and up at the 47-yard line. That is George Pickens.
Caught by Pickens. Wow. Look like Branch is hurt out there. Hopefully not. Shit.
45-yard line. That is Thomas Harper, who's taking the spot of Kirby Joseph.
Okay, so we got a safety out there hurt.
The one spot that they're just kind of holding on to.
Right.
With the lack of depth. And here, just a second play for the defense. Harper goes down.
Yeah, that was horrible. I saw that.
Big story all week about Kirby Joseph trying to come back from that knee injury and unable to go. And Harper's been able to play, came over from Las Vegas where he made it 5 starts a year ago. And
hopefully he's all right. He just got the wind knocked out of him. Looked like he came. That may be like a stinger.
And they still work on him. 5 minutes into this game.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a stinger. It looked like he led with his head.
So many injuries. Last year,
so young folks, you got to be careful. You can't lead with your head. You have to be able to lead with your shoulders.
He's up. That's good to see.
He's up, but he's in a lot of pain.
And hit the thigh of Pickens as he went airborne. And now you're right. I mean, a game that we did, it was in fact 1 year ago on this very night, the next Thursday after Thanksgiving, we had the Packers and the Lions. And Quan Alexander showed up and Jamal.
Yep. So now we're going to be down to safety. So you know what that means. They're going to be trying to key in and throw balls deep, you know, but hopefully next man up, we'll be able to, you know, replace him. Hopefully he'll be able to come back.
Meanwhile, we take Harper.
You know, I don't even know if we have a extra safety back there to replace him. I know we'll probably have to put one of our DBs back there or play a different type of coverage.
To take his spot. 3-0 Detroit, 8th season for Maddox.
Okay, Maddox will take his spot.
And he's forced 8 fumbles.
Okay.
So Maddox in, already lose their first guy.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
The moment. And here they come now with 3 tight ends.
Dallas on the 45-yard line. Fake handoff. We got a little pressure on that. Let's get that tackle. There we go. A loss of maybe 3. See, and that's why I say our linebackers have to have a great game tonight. Barnes on the tackle. There we go.
They'll stay in their base look quite a bit as a defense, and they don't typically go to a lot of nickel with that 3 tight end look. They're obviously going to stick to that. That's a heck of a job of anticipating.
See, you know, and we talked about that earlier. We'll probably have to play a lot of zone. You know, maybe that nickel, meaning now that safety just went out.
You see there, he can play in space.
Here we go.
15.
2nd and 15.
Prescott in the pocket.
What the fuck?
40-yard line goes Jake Ferguson. The tight end having a tremendous year.
See, and Zach is not holding on to that ball. He's getting rid of that ball quick. You know, so our linebackers are going to have to play that middle because that's where they're going to be trying to attack us from. It's from the middle.
Go quickly here. Going for it.
Oh. Yeah, see, they're trying to hit us where we hurting that early. You know, we're definitely hurting without Kirby Joseph back there. You know, just a year ago he was leading the league in interceptions and, you know, and takeaways. So we're definitely missing a lot of that this year. Good tackle.
Continue that same speed. Dak would have had to lead him into that safety. It probably would have separated from the football. So good awareness.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10 from the Detroit's 40-yard line. Zach out of the shotgun, handoff up the middle. Maybe a yard. The comment section is open. Let me know who you guys are picking to win this game. It's a must-win for both teams tonight. You know, who wants it more?
They didn't get after Jordan last week. And really the last 4 weeks, it's been a problem. Here's an opportunity they need.
Third down.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. No, 3rd and 9, I should say. From Detroit's 40-yard line.
Ferguson this time in the slot to the right. Prescott steps up. Throws it
into traffic to Pickens. Incomplete. So, we'll probably see a field goal. The field goal team come out. They should be in field goal range. 4th and 9.
Barnes to make a few plays. Does a good job of pressuring Dak to make Dak get this ball out. You'd love to see Pickens with a little bit more intensity there on that route.
See, and that should have been a pick. We need that. See, those are the type of plays that we're going to have to play. I don't know if that was a nickel defense or what, but that was good defense.
This is going to be a
57-yarder. Watch for the fake.
The time of the game. And Aubrey's kick this time.
You got a leg. See, that's one thing about kicking in the dome. You don't have to worry about the wind. So, tie ball game. They held serve. Defense held, bent a little bit, but didn't break. So, I'm happy with that. Hopefully we'll get, that safety that was injured back, but for the most part, it's next man up. Yep. So, Mel, if you want to come on in, bro, send me give me your email. I'll bring you on in. You can come on in live and join me and commentate with me through this game. I'm about to send links back out to Big Hen and Q Nitty, see if they want to come in and join the show. So give me you guys' thought on Dallas' first drive and how you thought Detroit defense looked against Dallas offense on that first drive. I think the defense looked pretty decent. We had a few plays over the middle, get past, but for the most part, we were able to hold them to 3 points on that first possession. Yep. So, and then also St. Brown looked good to me on that first possession. Really didn't see any gimpiness, or any limp or anything to that ankle. So that was encouraging to see him out there. Okay, so I sent a few invites out there. Like I said, Mel, if you want to come on in, man, send me your email. I'll bring you in, bring you on stage. You'll be able to be up here on stage with me, chopping it up, talking about tonight's game. But yeah, let me know what you think. Detroit's defense looked against Dallas offense on that first series. I think the defense looked pretty good. We bent a little bit, but we did not break. That should have been an interception on that one on that last play. On that 3rd and 8, I should say. And let me make sure that trying to attack us from the middle. Okay, so that can't be heard. I just want to make sure you guys are hearing the actual game commentary. But yeah, man, this is a must-win for both teams. It's definitely going to be a battle to the end. What team wants it more? We're going to see who's hungrier. We were talking about Super Bowl or bust. To me, it's Super Bowl or bust. Now we're fighting for our lives to make a wild card spot. We allow Green Bay. We allow now Chicago Bears to, take lead of the division. But here we go. Nice kick return. We'll have great field position on this second possession.
So a big run back to just about midfield. Well, you talked about the defense for the Cowboys. Of course, the offense has not been a problem. They're scoring tons of points, but they had to shore up the defense. And then Eberflus, in his last 3 games, especially you think about the Philadelphia game, they gave up 21 points in 18 minutes and none over the last 42.
Yeah, and I think from that point on, they've been playing a different brand of defense. They've simplified things, cut some things.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Detroit at the 45-yard line of our 45-yard line. Handoff up the middle.
Part of what they're doing up front. Teams can outrun the football on them. At least
maybe maybe 3 yards on that to Gibbs. Montgomery, I should say. Sorry about that.
David Montgomery.
You know, and we got to get Montgomery going too.
Gibbs and Montgomery. Gain of 2 here, second than 8 as you look at Matt Eberflus fired by.
You know, he's been quiet the last few games.
Yeah, we really thought there might be a chance of seeing Gibbs and Montgomery together without St. Brown, but tonight they'll just kind of rotate back and forth like they normally do.
All right, Goff out of the eye. Montgomery in the backfield. Pick up the block. Step up. See, that would, hold on. That should be an incomplete pass.
Solomon Thomas. And they're going to call.
Wow. They're saying that that's a fumble. What the hell is going on? Hold on.
Sisto comes in and they say, no, incomplete.
That's right. That should be. See, and this is what I'm saying. The refs are horrible. You know, when it comes to when we play Dallas, it's like they do everything to try to, you know, give Dallas the ball or try to take away plays from us. You know, one referee was saying it was Dallas ball.
A good job of rotating, trying to keep these outside defensive ends and edge personnel healthy.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8, a little bit of a revamped line again for Detroit. So Dallas putting the heat on. Do they come after him now on a 3rd and 8? No, they send 4. To the outside goes the pass, falling down.
Wow.
To St. Brown, the pass is incomplete.
We get no play. That was horrible. 3rd and 8, he couldn't get the ball to St. Brown, so we'll have to punt the ball. That was a waste of a possession. That was a waste of good field possession.
You know, now that they're getting healthier on the back end that we just talked about, Bland's able to move in, especially in obvious passing situations, into the inside. And
there we go.
Play that slot.
Yeah, that was a horrible possession.
Down. Boy, he came close.
Could have been a pick.
The big turnover.
So 4th and 8. Campbell, of course, goes for 4th down a ton of time.
Yeah, well, he know he's going to have to play some football and kick it this time.
More conventional. Flag is thrown. Well, it looked like a fair catch was called for by Turpin, and we already had a flag before Turpin took off, and we'll get the call from Hockley.
Yeah, he flashed his hand, and I'm sure that's what he's going to try to defend himself. His hand went up for sure.
Yep, even subtly.
Yeah, that was a fair catch.
That's why Thomas had to lay off.
All right, it looked like we're having a little technical difficulties, but it'll pop back in a second. But yeah, man, you know, the refs are they try their best to intervene on these Lions games, especially when it's Lions against Dallas. You know, this is almost every game where we get questionable calls. Give me 1 second. I'm having little technical difficulties. Yeah, you know, it's like we playing against Dallas and the goddamn referees.
Remember last week, Dallas was backed up and they took a shot downfield and hit.
All right, here we go. We look like we
surprised a lot of people.
It's 1st and 10 coming up.
They've targeted Pickens a couple of times, but not.
We need a little pressure.
From the 4.
All right, hand off to the running back, maybe 2 or 3 yards on the run. Leave you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Put your comment in there. Let me know what you think about tonight's matchup, how our offense has been looking against Dallas defense. You know, the defense been looking solid so far. You know, we just need some turnovers. You know, some stops. Here we go. Second and 8 coming up. We got Dallas pinned deep. Prescott out of the shotgun. Maybe a 3-yard gain on that. So you will have a 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 4 coming up.
$60 million. He's handing the ball off to a guy making $3 million. That's only a 20-to-1 ratio. So Shabani can look at, hey, brother, can you spare a dime?
No doubt.
Let's go.
Next year, Shabante, because I don't think Dallas is going to let him go.
See, and this is where we got to watch out for Des Prescott. He'll if he doesn't have any receivers open, he has the legs to be able to run for those 3 yards. So, you know, you have to have a linebacker spying Des Prescott. out of the shotgun, Prescott. No running back in the backfield. So we know they're passing. Got him. That should be a safety. We got the safety. Jay Campbell, and I said that linebackers had to be out there. That's a safety. We got the safety. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Wow. See, and that's how the fuck they've been coming at golf. We shot through there.
It's ruled a safety, so all scoring plays get reviewed.
Yes, sir. That was a safety.
3.
And again, they've had trouble getting after the quarterback these last.
Oh, you know what? They probably gonna. That ball was in there.
You bring six, you get some one-on-one matchups, and Javonte Williams, who is outstanding as a.
Yeah, that ball definitely was back there. It's close, but to me, that ball was crossed that line, so that should be a safety. 2 points for Detroit, and we should get the ball back.
Finishing it with a big sack. Good to see if you're a Lions fan. They got after that.
That's what we needed. I said we need some takeaways and some turnovers. There you go, Campbell.
So just reviewing it to make sure, but it looked like a Schottenheimer comes to plead his case.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of defense that we're going to have to play the remainder of the game. Yeah, that ball was crossed at
Javonte Williams.
Yes, it was in the end zone, I should say.
Really good view of it right there for you.
Yeah, it's a perfect view, Kirk. If any part of the ball is breaking the goal,
right,
when that contact is made by the defender,
exactly,
then it's a safety.
It's a safety
from that shot. That part of
that's a safety.
Still over the goal line, so this should stand as called.
Yep, sure did. Just getting the confirmation from up top.
Let's go defense. That's what I'm talking about.
Checking it out. So both defensive lines off to pretty good starts tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think both teams sense the urgency.
You know, and going forward now, we definitely going to have to be able to protect golf, because we know Dallas
contacted by the defender. The entire football was out of the end zone.
That's some bullshit.
Safety. It's 4th down.
They do everything impossible not to try to give us points. That ball was in the motherfucking end zone.
Know what that call was.
That was some bullshit. It's all good though.
So here it is. Another look, contact.
We see what we see.
Even Terry's giving us a look.
That's crazy.
Terry gives us one of those.
Yeah, Al, I'm just not seeing it that way. They're saying
right. I'm not seeing it. You got a million fans probably not seeing it that way.
Don't see the entire.
We never get no fucking calls.
Right. So it remains 3-3, but now you got a situation where there's almost no room for Brian Anger with the ball inside the 1 yard.
Here we go. 4th and 14. Dallas have to punt. We should have great field position out of this.
Get it away, and it's a great kick under the circumstances.
We should have great field position. Let's go.
Boy, that nice kickoff return takes it to 4-yard line.
Let's go.
For the escape, what would have been a 5.
That was some bullshit.
And a good punt. It's a matter of immediate danger. Under 62 yards back after this.
Right. Listen, that's right. Clear as day that he was behind the line of scrimmage. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we're fighting against Dallas and the referees, it looked like tonight. You know, but like I said, I definitely need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel grow, helps us get in the YouTube algorithm. What's up, Melvin Coleman? What's going on, man? How your Thursday night been going? Yeah, man. You know, like I said, we're fighting against the referees and Dallas, you know, but, you know, I'm liking how that defense is looking. We got to get this offense going, man. You know, Goff is going to have to, Dan Campbell are going to have to throw up, call up a bunch of plays where Goff is able to just get rid of the ball quick, because we're going to see a lot of blitz coming from Dallas from the remainder of this game. You know, in the remainder of the season, you know, the the scouting report on Goff is if you blitz him and get to him early, he has that happy feet. You will be able to shake him up early. So, pretty much that's what teams and defenses are trying to do when they come in and they're facing up against our offense. They're bringing a lot of pressure. Yep. So give me you guys' opinion. Let me know what you think about how that defense is looking. We've been pretty steady thus far. We just have to be able to put up some points behind this defense. We're getting ready to have our third possession coming up. And we have to be able to walk away with points. On this possession, because this, like I said, this will be our third possession. We did not, we had great field position on the second possession, but squandered that, possession due to a lot of pressures on Jared Goff. But, here we go. We're getting ready to start back up. Hopefully we'll, have a better third possession, but they robbed us on that fucking safety.
This is the angle New York used to change it. And it does appear from this straight down the line that the entire ball is out of end zone on this one. So
that's some bullshit still.
Yeah, when contact was first made.
That was you could see the whole football.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
It made it a lot easier.
From the 45-yard line.
This drive begins.
Goff out of the shotgun.
2-yard line. Goff hangs in the pocket, throws, caught. Gibbs makes the pass.
Goff to Gibbs, maybe for about 4.
Down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, this is where Jared Goff, he kind of gets into that zone. 5th year in Detroit, 4th year in this system. Very decisive, ability to process quickly. And when he gets back there and sees it, a lot, they don't throw the ball a ton downfield. They'll have some deep crossers, but they don't throw a ton of go balls. Only 6% of his passes are 20 yards or more in the air. So right now they're.
All right, here we go. Goff out of the shotgun. Second and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to
pass, caught, first down. That's Anthony
to the tight end.
Fersker, who would be right now the number 2 tight end, missing.
See, and he has a little speed on him. He's not too bad. So far, he showed that he's able to, hold on to the ball. And catch the ball and hold on to it. So,
I think that's the one question you want to see is you take Sam Laporta out of this offense. He's backup tight end.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
3rd and 4th tight end.
On the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun.
Skipper, who's a lineman.
What the hell?
Positioned outside and he drops it. Flag is thrown. So they line up Skipper, who very often comes in maybe as the 6th offensive lineman. Eligible.
What kind of fucking play was that? I didn't like that.
Anybody line up that far away this season?
And I think Goff, because nobody went out there with him, he aborts the play. He wants to just flip it out there to him. That's why there was confusion with the center and the snap, and it was just out of rhythm. And that's why they end up getting the penalty. He saw nobody out there, and he's telling big fella, hey, stay out there. I'm going to throw it to you. I mean, he's a monster.
And we don't need no players where you got
a lot of jumbo.
Where you got a 6'6", 300 and some pound motherfucker out there trying to run. We don't need those type of plays.
Humongous.
1st and 10. 1st and 18, I should say.
3-3.
Screenplay to Gibbs. Maybe 3 yards.
Dallas does a pretty good job there of sniffing that out. They had 3 different defenders over there, and that's how you stop Gibbs, obviously. Any good back, especially the speed of Gibbs, it's tough for one guy in space to be able to make a play against him, especially in the screen game.
All right, here we go.
They had 3 guys take it on blocks and just leverage the football. That's the key tonight against number 0.
2nd and 13 coming up. Out of the shotgun, Gibbs in the backfield. Across to St. Brown. There we go. There we go. We need that. That's big. See, and that's why I say it's big. It was big that St. Brown, played this game. I know he was a little hurt. That ankle was gimpy coming in, but, without him, we probably had no chance at winning this game. And that ankle looked pretty good.
The other one was in man coverage in the other direction, so a ton of space. And, man, for a guy that's supposed to have an ankle, he looks great.
He looks great.
40th play this year that has gained 25 or more yards, tops in the league. First and goal. Hand the ball off to Williams.
There we go. J-Mo for the touchdown.
Doesn't get in. He is going to be stopped a
Wow.
little short.
That looked like that was touchdown.
They begin the early celebration.
They tried to hand the ball off to J-Mo. We'll have to look at that.
Center, these jet sweeps hit quickly, but watch Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark gets into the backfield, but watch him. He's looking out for the ball to maybe be thrown. If he just would have.
How is that not a touchdown?
It's a 3-yard loss.
Oh, his foot.
Obviously, out of bounds. You see the ball.
Wow.
1
Yeah.
yard line.
Come on, J-Mo.
Out of bounds. Boy, Kenny Clark missed a golden opportunity to make a play there, but it hit too quickly.
All right, here we go. Second and goal.
Second and goal.
Gibbs up the middle.
Through the middle.
Touchdown.
So they take advantage of the short field.
See, and that's what we have to do. We have to be able to take advantage, of this short field, and we'll and get points off it, whether it's 7 or 3. Good block by the offensive line.
Tate Ratledge right there on Sam Williams.
And that's still a lot of pressure getting up there. That was just all Gibbs on, that touchdown right there, because they still had 2 defenders back there in the backfield.
Mr. Zero, Rutledge, the rookie out of Georgia, the guard, who made that block, second-round pick. And now the extra point from Bates is good.
There we go. All right.
With 2:14 to play in the opening quarter on Thursday Night Football from Detroit, the Lions.
That's what I'm talking about. And this is Detroit Lions football. Now we have to. We've gotten Jahmyr Gibbs the ball early. We've gotten him involved. We've gotten the ball to J-Mo, St. Brown doing his thing. We've threw a few balls actually to the tight end. He doesn't look bad at all. I'm impressed with the backup tight end. Let's get a few more balls to him. We can get Tesla in the second half, maybe. The end of this first half, but we'll be okay. We just have to be able to keep Jared Goff upright. And that allow. Dallas front 5 to be able to penetrate, through that through that offensive line. But for the most part, if so, we're going to have to continue to keep Jared coming out of the shotgun to be able to withstand, a lot of these blitz, because I'm going to keep it real. The scouting report on Goff is blitz, and you'll shake him up. So that's pretty much what we're going to be seeing for the rest of the season and this all game long, the rest of this game. You're going to see their linebackers on blitz mode every play, guaranteed. Besides probably on third downs, you'll still see the blitz, but you'll see a lot of them probably drop back in coverage, on third and long and situations like that. But for the most part, the offense has looked good. St. Brown has answered everyone's question. The ankle looks pretty good. They wrapped it up good, probably shot him up good, and he's out there looking good. I have no complaints from him. I just want to see the ball get stretched out downfield, because the commentators even said it, and we have to put fear in these defenders. We do not get the ball downfield enough to be able to scare their secondary, and that's going to open up a lot of running. And then with that running, it's going to open up, plays downfield. And we have to be able to do that. In order for us to do that, we're going to have to be able to block, so. We're going to have to do a lot of play action too. Yeah, but the comment section is open. Tell me what you guys think about tonight's matchup, tonight's game. How Detroit looked on their first 3 possessions. But here we go.
This year, the Cowboys man of the year is Solomon Tuss. Lions man of the year is DJ Reader. Walter Payton NFL man of the year winner will be announced at NFL Honors on Thursday, February the 5th during Super Bowl week. 10-3, Detroit on.
2-3 still first quarter. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter. So I'm going to say that's not bad for the first quarter. We put up double-digit points.
And the Lions, Vikings, Chargers at home, then at the Command and the Giants ending. Meanwhile, the Lions go to the Rams next week.
See, now that's going to be rough. That's why we have to win this game.
The road. So Lions play 3 of their 5.
And we're going to be on the road, which we're a pretty good road team. Here we go. Dallas 1st and 10. That's Prescott out of the eye.
From the 30
To the running back
and,
for about 3 or 4 yards. Good running. Good run play on that one.
Take a look at our next gen stats.
Excuse me.
Schedules powered by AWS. Give you an idea of how big of a deal this game is with the playoff probabilities. Look at that. Cowboys with a win, 39%. Inching up to the Eagles with a loss. They go all the way down to 9%. Not going to make it as a wild card. They've got to win the division. And you can see Detroit as well, how big of a game this is.
Yeah, see, and we won't be able to win our division.
working on Turpin on the sideline. 2nd and short.
All right, so we'll have a 3rd and maybe 3 coming up.
Kelvin Shepard made some comments after.
Good tackle for Campbell on that play.
Hey, we're not rushing our quarterback. We're not covering well on the back end. We're going to have to make some changes. Nobody knew if he meant schematic changes or personnel changes. What we've seen from a predominantly man coverage team.
Okay, here we go. This is big. We have to be able to stop Dallas on 3rd down. You know, that's the key to us winning these games.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, they fake to the running back. Picked up the 1st down. Wow, come on.
4-yard line. Brian Flanoy.
They picked up the 1st down.
Missouri State picks up the 1st.
I think Shoddy will continue to mix up these early downs, under center, play action.
That's okay. We definitely got to keep the pressure on Dak Prescott. Keep him pressure because he also has happy feet too. When you get the pressure on him, he's known for throwing a lot of picks. You know, so he's due for one. Up the middle to the running back, maybe 3 yards on that pickup.
Line goes Javonte Williams.
The interior of this offensive line.
What the weather like down in Denver, Mel?
Really been rebuilt. Tyler Smith, we've known about from Tulsa, his 4th year at left guard, 73, 56. Cooper Beebe in his 2nd year as a starter, doing a great job of kind of anchoring him in the middle. And then the rookie, Tyler Booker, maybe been one of the great stories so far this year for the Cowboys.
Takes us to the end of the first.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter.
Leading 10-3.
10-3. So yeah, man, that was a good first quarter, a good good offensive drive on that last drive we had. We came out with a touchdown. We have to be able to put points up every possession, especially when we're in the red zone. Dan Campbell, an offensive coordinator, has been making some decent calls tonight. We have not been put in positions where we had to go for it on 4th downs yet. So, that's we'll see what happens when that comes. But for the most part, the defense has looked great. The offense looks decent. The offensive line, they've been able to, keep Jared Goff for the most part upright, and therefore you have a 10-3 lead, at the end of the first quarter. Yep, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. So yeah, man, it's been a pretty interesting game thus far. Both teams need this win bad. Dallas is a game behind us, so they're trying to keep pace with us. In this wild card spot. Either they win their division or they're going to have to need a wild card spot to be able to make the playoffs. And that's the same thing for Detroit, but we were eliminated when we lost to Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Yep, so both teams need this game bad. We need it bad. So Detroit pretty much has put themselves in this position. We lost games to teams that we should have not lost to. Meaning that game that we lost to Minnesota, that kind of started, you know, it kind of started the ship to sink, you know, when we lost that game that we should have not lost, you know, and then by losing that second game to Green Bay, they won the season series. So that eliminated us from, you know, winning the division, depending on, you know, how Green Bay plays the rest of the season, I should say. You know, but only thing we can do is continue win and see how the cards and see how the cards fall. You know, like I said earlier, to me, it's Super Bowl or bust. Yep. So, but like I said, man, his defense is looking good. Hopefully, we can continue to defense. Okay, here we go. And 7
for the Cowboys.
Dak out of the shotgun. Quick pass to maybe 2 or 3 yards on that.
Illinois, who's been a busy man, 3 grabs tonight, all for short yardage.
Man, Kelvin Shepard has done a remarkable job at getting this defense ready. Remember this. Normally, you and I.
Okay, so we got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and manageable.
To get ready, but this looks like a different Lions defense as far as the energy and the way.
3rd and 6 coming up.
Getting after Dak Prescott today.
For sure. 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Look like we're sitting in the blitz.
Prescott to the outside. Goes
Come on. Wow.
Breaks the tackle.
Wow. We've had the fucking tackle. This motherfucker couldn't hold on to the tackle. See, and those are things that we have to be able to clean up. We had the tackle. Who the fuck was that missed that tackle? Get him up out of there.
Aiden Hutchinson out, had just enough time with another blitz to get.
Wow, that was Robertson. Come on, you got to be able to make that tackle. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Turpin, who ran 3 times last.
Maybe a pickup of 4 on that play.
Down by Maddox after a short game. Let's go to Kaylee.
Well, guys, Maddox is on the field because Lions safety Thomas Harper has been ruled out of this game with a concussion. You saw him need assistance to get off the field early in the first quarter.
Come on.
He was evaluated in the Lions tunnel, and I saw him needing to grab onto the railing of the stairs.
All right, here we go. 2nd down,
Oh, boy, of course.
2nd and 6.
Be occupied by
from the 35-yard line of Detroit. Zach out of the eye.
33-yard line.
Lions showing blitz. Off to the running back. Maybe a pickup of 2.
Picks up about 3. Does Javonte Williams. Tackled by Brian Branch. 3rd and 3.
So you got a 3rd and 3 coming up.
2nd in the league in points. Their average game this season winds up in.
See, and this is where the Lions defense has to be able to stop Dallas. We cannot continue to let them convert 3rd downs. That last 3rd down killed us. It put them in field goal position now. You know, let's see what we'll be able to do. Dak out of the eye. No, he's out of the shotgun.
3rd and 3.
Okay, a handoff. Come on, get to that corner. Wow. They were able to pick up the 1st down. What the fuck? What's going on with our linebackers?
Jack Campbell.
Heck of a job. You mentioned Flournoy.
Normally, our linebackers are good with, you know, short down situations. We're looking horrible right here.
Able to lock up a defender, does his job. See the tackle pulling around and then just tough.
Yeah, see, and it's like we're missing tackles. That's what's going on. Look, you have to be able to make these tackles.
Barely.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Dallas from the Lions 25-yard line. Out of the eye. Back to the running back. Fake to the running back.
Throwing on the run.
Throwing on the run, caught for about 7 yards.
Gets it to Brevin Spanford, normally playing on special teams, but a touchdown earlier this season. 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, Dak worked very hard there. He saw him up, watch him completely turn his body, puts it up high, away from Maddox.
That was a good catch.
6'7", 270 can go up and make that play on the football. Good play action call there on first
right.
By Shotty.
Cowboys go
2nd and 3 out of the shotgun. Hand off to the running back.
Give it to him.
Maybe a yard.
Come up a little bit short to set up 3rd and 1.
But that run last week kind of came out of nowhere by Malik Davis. We brought him up.
Come on, we got to be able to tighten up.
You know, he kind of lights up because he's.
I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know, give me your thoughts on tonight's matchup, tonight's game.
Kind of being on the back burner when nobody's watching. And for him to have that moment last week, the players and the coaches are incredibly fired up.
All right, here we go, 3rd and 1.
Lamb now in the backfield.
They're doing that tush push shit.
By Prescott.
Was able to pick up the first down. First down, Dallas.
Touchdown scamper against the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, as most of you know, you follow the game. The Cowboys, I mean, they looked at the schedule when it came out. You got Philadelphia on Sunday.
Yeah.
Then you got Kansas City on Thursday, back to back.
And think about it, before Las Vegas, you're sitting there at 3.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
On the horizon, and they're able to win.
Out of the eye.
Philly after being down 21 in Kansas City last week.
Lions showing blitz. Fake handoff.
Rolling, keeps his eyes downfield, throwing.
Good defense. See, and that's what we got to do. We have to be able to have a defender anytime that Dak Prescott is scampering and running off in that play action. Look like we got another DB out there hurt. Look like Brian Branch. Can't afford that.
St. Brown is to the offense, and that's what Branch is to this defense. He's going to stay on the field.
Come on. 2nd and 10 coming up. Come on, Branch.
2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line.
All right, Dak Prescott out of the shotgun. Got a running back in the backfield. Some pass play coming up. Lions showing blitz. Nothing on the play.
Anzalone is right there.
Good play, Anzalone.
Williams got a break by dropping a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 coming up.
Coverage. They've been playing a little bit more man here on this drive. And again,
so we have to be able to put some pressure on Zach. And we have to be able to have a spy on him in case he tries to run.
So, can't keep settling for field goals tonight.
All right, Prescott out of the gun, no running back in the backfield, so we know they're passing it. Lions showing blitz. Here they come. Got him. Got that sack. See, and that's what we needed. That's what I said. We have to have Hutchinson and Muhammad off each end coming in, and I called it. Let's go. Field goal team coming out. And I've been calling him. I'm like, where has Muhammad been the last few games? Got him.
With the pressure to the outside, it's 3rd down and 10. I'm not sure why he's looking inside and hesitant to get out to Muhammad.
Let's go.
7 sacks for him. So 4th and 19.
Okay.
Here comes the field goal unit.
Field goal, nope. No good. Oh, shit.
He's able to get it in.
That was almost no good.
From 42 yards away.
Right.
9:23 left in the first half in Detroit.
Defense is holding good. So far, so good. You know, like I said, we got to get the offense to be able to catch up. You know, but for the most part, I have no complaints. The offense was able to score 10 points in the first quarter. We'll get our, I believe, our second possession here in the second quarter. You know, so for the most part, this has been a pretty contested, tight game, like we all thought. You know, both teams need a win. You know, Dallas is a game behind us. You know, which Dallas still has a chance to win their division at least. You know, Detroit, we're only way we can make it in is through a wild card. You know, so Mayo, I didn't ask you this question. Do you think your team will be able to hold up? We still have what, like maybe 5 to 6 games left. Do you think your team is going to be able to hold up, and keep pace with the top guns in the AFC? You know, because that's what Chicago is facing over here. Right now, Chicago is the number 1 team, but, you know, they still have to play the rest of, the division, that they possibly can lose, the rest of their games, because the NFC is packed. You know, and that's what a lot of people were saying about the Denver, the Colts game. And, I got a good guy that I speak to that's a Colts fan that they took an L last week. Give me a second and I'll tell you his name. Normally comes off, he'll join me at some point tonight. And I apologize for getting your name. I was just talking about you earlier today too, with your coach. Yeah, but you got the Colts, you got Denver that's looking good out there that normally, is not right there at the top of the league. You know what I mean? So, my question to you, Mel, is do you think you guys will be able to hold up and keep pace and be able to keep pace and stay at top at the AFC by the end of the season?
Against the Chiefs, just trying to
See, and we were just talking about it, Broncos and the Chiefs. So, I like them Chiefs, man. That's going to be tough.
on the banks of
That's going to be real tough.
Comerica Park right there. Light it up. Home of the Tigers and Ford Field home.
All right, here we go.
Since 2002. Kickoff here, fielded at the 3.
All right, Lions will have a good should have decent field. Wow. Man, he was popped. We should have excellent field position. But, we'll start off from about the 25-yard line. Man, that was a hell of a tackle.
St. Brown would be able to play. This is the first play of the game. He was clear, able to go. We wondered how effective could he be. You see him. He looks like the same old 14 that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, he does. He looks good.
Downfield making blocks. Here's the touchdown. I mean, this guy is incredible.
Yeah, he could have set out, but he played. I give my hats off to St. Brown. Here we go. Lions 1st and 10. St. Brown in motion. Goff out of the eye. Gibbs in the backfield.
It's huge for the Lions.
They gave him a little extra juice. He goes in motion.
Fake to Gibbs. Get rid of it. What the fuck is he doing? All the protection he had. See, that's what be killing me. All that time he had, no one was open.
He's the guy who can say, I could have 10 days off and really get well.
Absolutely. Boy, that's Goff there. I think he took a peek there at JMO because the free safety hesitated, kind of bit on the tight end, and it freed up the post. He had a shot there if he got it.
Man, why didn't you get rid of that? See, that's what I'm talking about. You got to get rid of that shit.
Touchdown if he puts it out in front.
Right.
He almost pulled the trigger.
Should have. Why didn't he? See, and that's the shit that I be talking about. We have to be able to throw that ball downfield to J-Mo because he had him burnt.
Love a game with rare penalties, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Miles Frazier, rookie out of LSU.
By the way, he is in because Tristan Colon, who's starting at left guard, he had 4 pressures on 7 dropbacks. So they moved Miles Frazier, the rookie, in.
Here we go.
At that spot at left.
2nd and 15, Goff out of the shotgun.
Empty here on 2nd down and 15. Fires.
Over to Gibbs. There we go. Gibbs on the spin.
Gibbs picks up.
Okay, Gibbs picked up about 12.
Goes to a first down.
Yeah.
Overshown making the tackle there.
Again, attacking that same area there. They actually use a receiver underneath to kind of take the eyes of Logan Wilson. And that opens it up for Gibbs. I remember when he was.
And look, I didn't even think Gibbs was nowhere close to 1,000 yards. He's already over 1,000 yards. He's already set a record with being one of the first backs over 1,000 yards with so many yards in receptions too. Out of the shotgun, Gibbs in the backfield, downfield to J-Mo. Come on, a little bit behind J-Mo, but where's the flag?
The rookie and Jameson Williams. And who moved first?
I think Goff thought he had a free play. And we'll see the movement by Dallas. Detroit held steady.
Yeah, we should have a free play.
Crowd senses the same thing as they was the replay.
Right.
Yeah, no flag. That came down.
None.
That should have. See, this is what I'm talking about. We fighting against Dallas and the motherfucking refs. Wow. That's some bullshit.
Didn't it? On the replay. So now 4th down and 2.
Wow.
Jack Fox, one of the best to send it down, and a fair catch was called for this time very clearly by Turner.
Now, people are going to react to Detroit, but I really think the ball got snapped before he got into the neutral zone. So I think it's the right call.
Don't feel after the crowd right now.
We can't win for losing. You know, it's always something. Yeah, you know, we're playing against Dallas and the referees. We won't get, and we should get calls like that at home. But you know, it's what it is. You know, we have to take this game to our hands. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think about these horrible calls we've been getting by the refs. You know, it's horrible, but you know, but we're able to overcome horrible calls by the refs. You know, that was 3rd and 2. You know, Goff. Listen, we should have made that first down. There's no way we cannot allow the refs to take this game from us. We're gonna have to go out there and get it. Yeah, but so far, man, it's been a pretty good game. I have no complaints thus far. You know, the offense definitely needs to step up a little bit more. You know, we've given up 2 good drives where we were in you know, scoring range and did not take opportunity on scoring points on those chances where we were in the red zone. You know, so we have to do a better job. You know, we're up 10-6. You know, Dallas has the ball. Dallas also gets the ball back at halftime. You know, so we're gonna have to play a little bit more defense. We have to get it. I don't believe we need a takeover. I don't think we have any takeaways yet, or any turnovers, I should say. You know, that one safety we had, you know, they did everything in their power not to give us that. You know, but it is what it is. You know, like I said, you know, hopefully we'll be able to turn it around and get some takeaways. You know, that's what we've been missing the last few games is the takeaways. You know, and normally, you know, we would have Coach Jerby. Excuse me. You know, we would have our safety back there, Joseph Kirby back there, taking the ball away. You know, things like that. But here we go. Dallas 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Position. As Prescott retreats, Prescott going deep.
Wow. Got a man wide open. CD Lamb. Some bullshit.
DJ Reed threw over the top. And the gain there of 38 yards to the 41.
Well, we were talking at the break about when are they going to start maybe taking some shots. 1st and 10, a great time to do it. Man-to-man coverage.
You get burned.
Go up against DJ Reed with CD.
Come on, we got to put some pressure, more pressure.
Right there as he releases it.
Good shot, Brian.
Get it out. Branch almost got to him, and a perfect throw downfield to Lamb.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Fake handoff. Pressure coming. Nothing.
Under pressure throws, and it's not down. That time it's
just get rid of it. All right, yeah, man. Listen, we give up a lot of fucking plays across that middle.
That ball came out awkwardly. I don't know if it went backwards. That could be a fumble. Now,
right.
Dallas recovers it, but that looks like a lateral. That's a backwards pass.
It sure does.
And Ferguson, luckily for the Cowboys, jumps on top of that.
But initially it looked like it was batted.
Backward pass. The ball was placed at the 42-yard line. 2nd down.
Alertly covered. But now they put the ball back at the.
All right, here we go. Second.
That's a loss of 6.
2nd and 25.
2nd down and 26. Prescott to the outside, caught short game.
All right, so we got 3rd and long coming up. Maybe a pickup of 4 on that play.
Defense, the middle of the pack. They're like 16th in points allowed, 15th in yardage. Close to those numbers, right in the middle. But tonight they look.
Yeah, I think they took it as a real challenge based on the way things have gone.
You know, here we go. So, like I said, we have to be able to stop Dallas tonight on 3rd downs. Now, this is 3rd and forever. So we should be able to stop them unless, you know, our coverage is broken downfield. So 3rd and 21. You know, Prescott out of the shotgun.
3 on 3rd down and 21. 4-man rush. Prescott dancing.
There we go.
Throws,
Nothing.
caught to the outside.
Maybe pick up a 4. Oh, ball is fumbled. We got the ball back. Maybe that takeaway we needed. Yes, we got it back. Let's go. Let's go. We got it. See, and that's the takeaway that I said we needed. There we go. That's big.
Giving up on a play. Looks like
that's out of there, yeah.
What you'd expect from him.
There we go. Brian Branch on the pickup. Good shot, Campbell. See, and that's what I'm talking about. This is what we've been missing the last few games.
At the football to be able to knock it out.
These are the breaks that we haven't been getting, you know. So now we have to be able to put points up off of this turnover. No matter if it's 7 or 3, we have to get points.
Offense.
You know, so far the defense have held Dallas to 2 field goals. You know, it's up to our offense if we're going to win this game or not. Let's go. Golf out of the eye, hand off to Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs trying to break a play, maybe 3 on the run. Flag is down.
That's going to be a hole. A good effort by Dante Flower coming from the offense's right side.
By the offense number 7.
Holding on the offense.
First down.
Just a big fella in that jumbo.
Always something.
Watch 13 across from him, just on a hustle play to get down to make this play. He beats him off the ball, and all he can do is grab a hold of him to prevent him from going and making a play on Gibbs. So great field position at their own 47, and with that holding call, they go all the way back and out way behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. 1st and 20.
Back to the 37-yard line. 1st and 20.
Golf out of the shotgun. Gibbs in the backfield. The fuck is going on? Look like a false start.
False start here.
Right guard.
Offense number 29.
Wow.
It's still first down.
Paid Rutledge.
Now we're kicking ourselves in the butt.
Make sloppy football.
You know, off of that turnover. Look what we're doing. This is horrible.
There, but now they're really behind the sticks.
Yeah.
Rutledge, so it's
1st and 25.
Pass a little behind, but
Maybe a pickup of 6.
Isaac to Slaw, rookie out of Arkansas.
One area that Goff is attacking is between the numbers, right in the middle of the field, at about
2nd and 17 coming up.
short intermediate area, up to 10 yards. He's 5 of 5 for 76 yards. A lot of times to St. Brown and to Gibbs out of the back.
Out of the eye, Gibbs in the background. I mean, in the backfield.
Meanwhile, Montgomery is in as the back.
Okay, that's Montgomery. Gibbs downfield, wide open to J-Mo. There we go. That's what we need. And got the first down. See, that's what we need. You know, and then not only that, you know, Dallas is getting the ball back at half, so we have to be able to eat the rest of this clock up for this half and put some points up.
And then come back to the football.
There we go.
That is not easy to do when you're full speed going downfield at about 25 yards and you put the brakes on. Heck of a route.
There we go.
There to get
All right, out of the shotgun from the 40. Downfield.
Meanwhile, the pass is incomplete in the end zone.
He tried to go back to J-Mo. See, that's what we got to do, though. I like that.
He's a master of long plays. Most of his touchdowns have come from way outside.
Yeah, he is.
That's what I like. I like that. See, Coach must have heard me.
44 yards and a touchdown with St. Brown down. He felt the pressure to have to step up, but now they're back to familiar territory with St. Brown and J-Mo both healthy, along with Gibbs. And right now, all Jake Ferguson can do is hope that the defense comes up after that.
2nd and 10.
Averaging 19.
Golf out of the shotgun. Gibbs in the backfield from the 35-yard line. Off to Gibbs. Okay, Gibbs. Oh, that's Montgomery. He's gone. Touchdown. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And I thought that was Gibbs. That's Montgomery. That's big. We needed that. Montgomery. Listen, people be slipping on the speed of Montgomery. I thought that was Gibbs back there. We needed that. That was big.
He overcame a 1st and 25.
Yes.
Sewell and the balance that he has, and then turn to his right and make that block right there on over.
That was big.
That's what allowed him
Or
to
tackle him, too.
into the teeth of that
Montgomery is so strong. Oh, and almost went down.
physicality. We know about Gibbs, how quick and elusive he is. And there's his partner.
There we go. See, and I love to see that, because Gibbs do his thing. Montgomery is our workhorse. He's our banger. And I love to see him get his number called and make plays when he has the chance, because he's always making plays when he has a chance. But that's a nice way to bust it up the middle, and getting points off the turnover. That's what I'm talking about. That. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. We have to be able to get points off the turnovers, and that's what we've been missing, these last few games. That was a great play, great call by coach. And Montgomery, motherfuckers be slipping on Montgomery. I actually thought that was Gibbs. Montgomery is that sledgehammer, but he still is elusive, still has that speed, to be able to break tackle, be able to take it all the way. So thumbs up to Montgomery. That was big, for us to be able to take it up 2 possessions, because Dallas will get the ball back at half, so we needed that bad. So that was big, so we up 2 possessions. This defense has been, been holding steadily, and we got that turnover. So let's get another one, and that's what I was talking about, man. When Detroit comes out there and get turnovers and our running back has a good game, we can't be stopped. Normally we win. Normally when Gibbs is over 4 yards a game, we normally come out with a victory. But we got a few people watching. Hopefully you guys hit that subscribe button on your way in. Give me your thoughts on tonight's game. Let me know who you rolling with. If you're rolling with Dallas, let me know. If you're rolling with Detroit, let me know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. I would love to hear, you guys' opinions and your thoughts on tonight's matchup. Because both teams need this win. Who wanted more, Detroit or Dallas? Thus far, it looks like Detroit wants it more. But we still have a whole second half ahead of us. Thus far, Detroit is looking good. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, man, it's definitely, been an up and down season for the Lions. Most Lions fans, are expecting us to be either Super Bowl or bust. It's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that we're not going to be able to win our division. I believe we won our divisions the last, 3 years in a row, and maybe that will give us the boost that we need to be able to go all the way this year, but here we go. We're back to the game.
Trade deadline, Clark's pairing with Quinn Williams and defensive front that has been the horsepower driving Dallas.
Maybe that number 1 seed, is not for us. Maybe we have to get it from the mud, but here we go. Dallas from the 20. Oh my God, wow. Flag is down. There we go. No, now we got another player hurt. And I said we have to clean up on special teams. We've been allowing teams to have great field position. Hopefully this penalty is on Dallas. It is. But we've been allowing these teams that start off with great field position.
Heard about was Micah Parsons and whether they're going to sign him or they're not. Look, the Cowboys have taken a lot of heat about some of the moves they've made. The draft is pretty good, right? The free agency, as just pointed out by Kaylee, is pretty good. I mean, does Jerry Jones get the last laugh at some point?
Well, I mean, right now, you know how it is in Dallas. You win 3 in a row, and everybody's talking about going to the playoffs.
All right, here we go.
It's talking about what the heck's wrong. So that's just one of those.
First and 10 from Dallas from the 20.
They've done a heck of a job rebuilding it.
No question. And they have draft picks, and they saved a lot of money.
Pick up about maybe 4 or 5. We got to constantly keep pressure on Prescott.
Watching the post game, the celebration. I mean, think about the last.
I look like we're playing zone defense to be able to contain
the individuality, just all the mess.
Their wide receivers.
And a big part of that, some of these moves.
All right, here we go. Second and 5 coming up. Prescott out of the eye.
Yeah, the Cowboys are where the drama never ends.
Pick up.
Made by Lamb.
Oh wow, CeeDee Lamb has the ball. See, and that's why we're in that zone.
He got away from DJ Reed.
TJ Reed gives him a
But I don't know what happened. That was a busted coverage on. I don't know if he reached for that or not, but he was too wide open.
that tackle right there.
Yeah, he should have made that tackle. That was horrible.
Expected to do. You're going to give that throw underneath.
Good tackle,
You gotta
Branch.
Be able to make that tackle in space. And
See, and normally we're a great tackling team. That was a horrible fucking tackle. We have to be able to make those tackles to keep their gains at minimum. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 2.
Until it's all good until it's not.
Yeah.
Good tackle by Anelone.
yeah, Dallas deferred, so they will get the ball
Back at
in
half.
the second half. And they're obviously thinking about, instead of field goals with Audrey, they're thinking about Dak Prescott making this offense get him into the end zone.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 7.
No rush. Plenty of time to work here. 3 timeouts. 2 minutes.
Dallas from the 50-yard line.
Execution right now.
And they get the ball to start the second half. 2nd and 7.
Pressure by Muhammad.
Prescott. Deep downfield for Pickens. Reaches for it.
Oh, my God. Here come a fucking flag.
But they
This is horrible.
2-yard line. So you had Reed on
Some
the-
bullshit.
If that's pass interference, you're at the 2.
Yeah, he got behind him, and Reed tried to play catch up, and then he got a little.
Man, it's like
He grabbed onto the
these motherfucker referees have no problem throwing the flag on us. They both pushing back.
87. Pass interference, defense number 4. These fouls offside.
Wow.
Replay,
Oh,
second
baby.
down.
Straight.
There we go. I was about to say. 'Cause I was gonna say they both playing off each other.
The bottom of your screen, span forward, hands up into the face. His helmet almost came off. So a good call there, the right call. So they wave off pass interference that would have given the football inside the 5-yard line.
Right.
Would have been 1st and goal.
Come on, defense.
Comes 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
2:25 to the half.
2nd and 7. Prescott out of the shotgun. Off to the running back. Come on, defense. Maybe a pickup of 2.
Across the 50 to the 48-yard.
3rd and 3
Davis.
coming up.
It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Will they take it down to the 2-minute warning?
And that'll take it to the 2-minute warning. But yeah, man, look, you see that bullshit. They both was fighting for position. They was gonna call that pass interference if the ref wouldn't have not threw that flag, on that face, on that hands to the face. But it's all good, man. We have to be able to fight through this. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your thoughts on tonight's matchup. We are at the 2-minute warning. Detroit, we're up 2 possessions. We had a few possessions that I thought that we gave points up on that we should have scored, but for the most part, the offense is looking decent. The defense is looking great. Besides that last play that we almost gave up. We have to be able to keep a safety back there to help the DBs back at all time, because the DBs that we got back there besides Branch, they've been getting burnt. I'm just gonna keep it honest. So we have to get some help back there in coverage. We may have to continue to play mostly zone to have help back there to help them DBs out back there, because we're already missing a safety, that was replacing our starting safety, So we're a little hurt, we're a little injury prone, but for the most part, the defense has been holding up, so I can't complain too much. So give me your thoughts. Let me know who you guys is rooting for. What do you think the outcome is going to be? If you're some Dallas fans, put your Dallas hands up in the comments. Let me give me your thoughts, give me your opinions on your team. Because I know we got a lot of Dallas fans here in Detroit too. I don't know why, but we seem to do. Yeah, but like I said, for the most part, man, I can't complain. The defense has played a pretty good, solid game. But Jared Goff can scare you at times, man. We have to be up 2 possessions, to make me feel, kind of comfortable at, when we're going into close games like this. Yeah, we're going to have some great games coming up this upcoming weekend, man. I so wish we would have won that Thanksgiving game, and that would have put us, even after that Philadelphia lost it, I thought that, really they didn't impress me at all. Philadelphia didn't. That was a game that we should have won. But, I really wish we would have won that Green Bay game. That would have put us in great position, to be able to win our division. It would have been no doubt that we would have, been in the playoffs. But, I guess we're going to have to get it out the mud this year. Here we go.
They're coming up on the State Farm.
3rd and 4. Dallas from the 50-yard line, out of the shotgun. Prescott throws, picked up the first down. Okay, so they're in a hurry-up offense.
Something that Shotty loves to do.
Come on, Robinson.
Gave an indicator there of man coverage, so an easy throw there on 3rd down to Turpin. Knew exactly what he would get and made a good throw.
All right, so they're in a hurry-up offense.
From the 43.
Out of the shotgun from the 43 of Detroit.
The ball to start the second half. They're going for the 2-for-1 here. Deep down the sideline, but
how the fuck is we getting burnt like that?
And his man, he's a little bit Robertson,
wow,
but incomplete.
Now watch this.
Come on, Robertson. That's horrible.
Find the ball, and when he does, he loses where CeeDee Lamb is.
Yeah.
Turn over his right shoulder. Now he's beat. And if the ball is thrown downfield,
right, he's beat.
Just lost that into the boundary.
That's horrible defense.
Robertson catches a break there.
Yes, he did.
Rolled the dice, looking over that right shoulder.
Come on, come on, Robertson. You out there too much to be letting shit like that happen. Here we go, out the shotgun, right back to him.
Forward progress of Pickens is a little shy of the first down. Flag
is down.
Sin made that tackle.
Push off, look like on the offense. Let's go. Give us some motherfucking calls.
The arm of Pickens got it up into the face.
Let's try to get this ball back.
Yeah, he got up into the face there of Yassine. Watch him when he gets to the top of this route. Watch the left arm the left hand get up into the face.
Foul, face mask, offense number 3.
There we go.
Penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
Yeah, pretty clear.
Yeah, but they damn sure would have called it on us.
I don't know if Shotty's doing that to the officials on the call or doing that to Pickens for the face mask, because
good question.
That was pretty apparent.
Was 3rd most penalized team.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 25. Let's put some pressure on that.
42-yard line. That's caught.
Wow. Maybe a pickup of 6.
49-yard line. You go to CD.
Oh, they knocked Hutch off his ass on that one.
They got a shot here on 3rd down. I go back.
All right, here we go. 3rd and long still.
It looks like they're calling the timeout here to get the ball back.
Right, that's what I said. We have to be aggressive. Call a timeout because we should be able to get the ball back. We will be able to get the ball back if we stop them, depending on where Dallas get the ball, unless they're trying to go for it on 4th down.
Hutch on these obvious passing.
Man, they leveled Hutch on that last play.
Getting into the backfield, they've been chipping him. They've been double.
They chipped the hell out of him on that last one.
Steele.
Look at this. This is what I'm talking about.
See him way out to the right. Boom! Catches him off balance.
Right.
Takes him down. It's like a 6-inch jolt of energy. Boom!
And jumps on top as well. 3rd down.
Come on, Hutch. You can't let them do you like that. Here we go. 3rd and long. Watch the middle. Come on, Robinson.
They move Ferguson over to the left to help out Nate Thomas.
Lamb going back and forth on the left side. Pickens on the right side. Prescott throws. That's caught. And
oh, my God. Didn't get it.
They come up a 3-yard shot in the first down is Jake Ferguson.
They're probably going to go for
it. I'm going to see Dallas go for this.
I do, too.
Yeah, actually, they're going to take the points. I thought they might get aggressive here because they've been settling for field goals. The fact they get the ball to start the second half, I thought you might see shots.
Okay, Dallas going for the 3.
And Detroit will take the timeout, knowing they sent in the field goal unit for Aubrey.
All right, so we will stop them from scoring the touchdown. Dallas is going for the 3, which is smart. Make it a 1-possession game after halftime because they get the ball back at halftime. So that'll make it a 9-17 game if they make the field goal.
55-yard kick. Brian Anger to put it down. We're trying to make it a 17-9 deficit. The 55.
55 looks good. That's good.
Inside the left upright.
Guys, a video game. He's a
Amazing.
video game.
Amazing. At least he made that one fairly closer.
All right, 9-17 with 50 seconds left. Man, we got a lot of time to kick a field goal ourselves.
Lemon pepper, all flats.
So here we go. So what do you guys think? Should we be aggressive and try to get 3? Or should we be conservative and just run the ball out and go into halftime with the lead? You know, give me you guys' opinion. You know, I think we should be aggressive. Try at least to take the ball downfield. You know, start off with a running play. If that doesn't work, you know, give the ball to try to take the ball down deep to J-Mo. You know, twice at least. You know, we have a few times to be able to get this ball downfield. So here we go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's competitive. He and Shotty have great synergy.
You know, hopefully we'll get good field position on this kickoff. So here we go.
Information there to say to go for it. So,
all right. So
would have been a 4th and 4.
All right. So we'll start the ball from the 25-yard line. You know, and at halftime, I am going to take a quick, a little intermission, and then I'll be back. Give me something to drink, something to eat real quick.
Prescott in this offense, holding Dallas to 3.
All right, so give me your opinion. So do you think we should be conservative and go into halftime with the lead, or try to be aggressive? Me, I would be aggressive, try to get the ball downfield to J-Mo real quick. You still have 50 seconds left, I believe, with 2 timeouts.
Become head coach of the Jets, and of course the offensive.
Out of the shotgun golf.
And the number 1 seed.
Where we go? To St. Brown out of bounds.
St. Brown for a pickup of about 5. Tackled by Revel.
You know, they have a great kicker themselves. He has a great leg. They obviously are thinking about at the very least having a chance.
Yeah, let's get these 3 points back.
A field goal, given that opportunity.
The base is long this year, 59 yards.
Dallas, if they're going to sit back, are they going to pressure? They've got edge pressure to be able to get after.
Here we go. Second and
always decisive getting that.
2nd and 6 coming up. Golf out of the shotgun. Gibbs in the backfield.
2nd down and 6. Now fires over the middle, caught on the run.
To Gibbs.
Another great
call a timeout.
Gibbs losing the ball, but Ames down. Whistle blew. Yeah, they get ref going to the line. Overshown makes the stop. They want to conserve that timeout. Clock ticking down. 21. Off to the outside throw.
Okay, back to St. Brown, out of bounds. Let's go. So we're definitely close to being in field goal range. You know, I would take a strike right here with J-Mo downfield. 2nd and 1 coming up. This is your chance to take a ball, take a strike downfield to J-Mo.
Making yards after the catch, and a great job by Goff holding on to that 1 timeout.
2nd and 1, 17 seconds. From this point, it would be a 61-yard attempt. They want to get, obviously, a lot closer. And that pass is over the head of Gibbs, who would have been tackled right away anyway. 3rd down and 1. Overshown covering on the play.
Yeah, he just threw that one away. At this point, even though it's 3rd and short.
All right, here we go. 3rd and short coming up.
Trying to complete that pass.
Now the clock is against us. Now we have 13 seconds left. So pretty much we have to try to, make a quick play out of bounds. We still have that timeout, but we got to get a first down right here.
You got Gibbs coming out of the backfield.
Out of the shotgun. Gibbs in the backfield still. Look like Dallas calls a timeout.
Here, this time by Dallas.
30-second timeout.
So give me you guys' thoughts. Should we be aggressive still? We still have a little bit. We still can be aggressive. Maybe. We definitely have to get this first down. So right now we have to get the first down first.
By the way, in 2 weeks we have the Rams at Seattle.
Big game.
Green Bay and San Francisco right now, the wild card. In the hunt, you got Detroit, Dallas, and Carolina.
Dallas, even if they were.
Yeah, that's deep, man. We got 2 other teams that's behind us that's fighting for wild card spots. That's pretty decent.
Lions really looking at a wild card behind both Chicago and Green Bay. And a tough schedule.
All right, here we go.
3rd down and 1. Goff down the sideline. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Give us the flag. About time. About time we get a fucking flag.
The rookie out of East Carolina who's played so well, but
there we go. So now we're definitely in field goal range. Let's take a strike or two downfield.
Out of the foul, 1st down, Detroit.
Tight formation, which gives St. Brown room to be able to work with against this rookie. That is a tough matchup. And Rebel, he never
that's a flag.
Find the football, so he's kind of in.
That's definitely a flag.
On very obvious call.
Yeah, but that's nothing like, and it's definitely not the refs giving us a call or a free play. That was a flag. But here we go. I take a strike to J-Mo downfield.
14-yard penalty.
10 seconds left.
Goff.
There we go. Downfield.
Down the sideline and throws that.
He fucked up. Golf got. That was on Golf. He was wide fucking open. Come right back.
Got free.
Oh, wow. You got to go for the field goal. Now it's only 4 seconds left. How the fuck did how much time go past? He was wide open.
Boy, is he fortunate that ball
wow.
The bounds. Back-to-back plays, the interference, and then just losing his foot.
That was just horrible possession, with that series right there.
Make it 20-9 at halftime.
But just 3 points. So,
30-second timeout.
What a job by Dan Campbell. While Dallas had the ball, using those timeouts, which you see obviously all over the league, but doing a good job of holding on to one of his timeouts. And then they're able to steal 3 points here.
We're still able to get 3 points out of this. Will put us back up by 2 possessions. So, that's good, meaning that Dallas is getting the ball back at halftime. So I'll be taking a little intermission here at halftime, and I'll be back right before halftime. I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I definitely want you guys to interact with me. I got my boy Melvin Coleman out there in the chat. He's been chopping it up with us. The field goal is good. Okay, so it'll be 20-9 going into halftime. So, like I said, it's been a great half. Thus far by the defense, we've held Dallas to 3 field goals, which is 9 points. We've been able to put up, I believe, a touchdown and 3 field goals, if I'm not mistaken. But here we go. It's halftime, so I'll be back in 1 second.
They're doing a really good job. We got our guys loose a couple times, but penalties, self-inflicted wounds.
Well, and the Lions have pulled off a couple of explosive plays. How do you contain them?
Yeah, again, they got lots of speed on their team. We got to tackle better. Jameer Gibbs is a great player. We just got to do a better job handling him.
Thank you.
Yeah, self-inflicted for sure. 20-9, Detroit leading at the half. Coming up after the break, it's the State Farm halftime show with Carissa and the guy.
I'm not letting relapsing MS get in my way. I'm going places. And an infusion center isn't one of them.
Kesimpta is the only B-cell treatment you can take at home or take with you. It's proven effective to reduce relapses and slow disability progression because he never slows down.
Powerful results in once-monthly dosing.
Don't take if you've had an allergic or life-threatening reaction to Kesimpta or have hepatitis B. You'll be tested for Hep B before treatment as it could return. Serious side effects, including infections and PML or rare brain infection, can occur and may fatal or cause severe disability. Tell your doctor about your medical history, including liver problems, plans for vaccines, and pregnancy. It's not known it will harm your unborn baby. You'll be monitored for a decrease in certain antibodies and liver function as it may cause liver damage. Most common side effects are upper respiratory infection, headache, and injection reactions, including swelling, itching, pain, skin redness, fever, headache, muscle pain, chills, and tiredness.
Ask your doctor about starting with Kesimpta for RMS.
Every moment before a big game matters. So I gotta have my Sony XM6s with me. Always. So when greatness is the goal, you gotta have the best to be the best.
All aboard, Mother says. Down the hill they fly. They race across the frozen pond. She shoots, she scores, they cry. There's no day like the snow. A fact you can't deny. Goldfish, the snack that smiles back. This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions with the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Week 14 of the NFL season continues Sunday on CBS and Fox, followed by Sunday Night Football as the Texans face the Chiefs on NBC. Then Week 14 concludes with Monday Night Football on ESPN and ABC, plus the Monster Sunday Football Podcast. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Welcome, everybody, to the State Farm Halftime Show. Well, everyone expected a battle of explosive offenses, but the Lions' defense has been the story in the first half. Detroit leads 20-9 at halftime in a crucial game for both teams. And with that, we welcome you in, everyone. I'm Chris Thompson alongside Tony Gonzalez, Brian Fitzpatrick, Andrew Whitworth, and Richard Sherman. So the Cowboys came in to tonight's game with the number one offense. But Sherm, it's Detroit's defense. They've been up to the challenge. What stood out to you?
It's the physicality, no question about it. They've been running and hitting and imposing their will and their mindset on the Dallas Cowboys the entire game. You can see it from the onset. Every time a Cowboy touches the football, they're looking to be physical. They're hitting. Right there, drop the interception. Could have easily been a book. Here, physicality. They don't miss tackles. They're the number one defense in the league in missed tackles. They do not miss them. They're sound. They're aggressive. And they've been softening up this football, punching at it every chance they get. That time the ball came out, and that's what it takes to beat the number one offense in the National Football League.
Yeah, Sherman, they've been getting after him at the rush, too, as well. I mean, you saw Jack Campbell there punching out a ball, but also early in the game, these third downs, they were critical. You look at 2 critical sacks here with Dak. Early in this game, they played some zone. They come out down here, backed up on your own goal line, cover 0. A little stunt blitz inside with Jack Campbell and Derek Barnes. They beat the running back for a sack. And then here, Nate Thomas, unfortunately, this is just right here. It's a short edge, and Dak goes down. 2 mistakes there for the Cowboys.
I mean, they've held Dallas to 3 field goals and got after Dak 3 different times. On the other side for Jared Goff, Fitz, what stood out to you? Why don't we take another look at Sonic and Knuckles doing what they do? Jameer Gibbs with the first quarter touchdown, David Montgomery with the second one. We will be back in just a moment.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the certainty of this delivery.
This team will make a push in January.
Absolutely, they're still in it.
But getting that delivery.
What do you think, Johnny?
How do you know my name?
You're wearing a name tag.
Oh, yeah. 2-second rule?
So don't settle for just any insurance. When there's State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on the new Jeep Grand Cherokee. I love the vibe in here. It's so and leathery.
I see you're enjoying that best-in-class legroom.
I love the smell of a 2-liter Hurricane 4 turbo engine in the morning.
Do you like it?
Well, the headroom is ample.
I really am the International Fan of the Year.
International Fan of the Year from Mexico.
Live from Munich, Germany, they are
so into football over here, NFL football. Spend your Christmas night with us. We've got Bo Nix and the Broncos facing Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs as Kansas City looks to keep their playoff hopes alive. Broncos Chiefs Christmas night. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime. Time now for tonight's Don't Settle moment, presented by State Farm. And for that, we're going back to the middle of the second quarter, 3rd and 21. Lions linebacker Jack Campbell punching the ball away from Jake Ferguson. Detroit recovered, and the offense scored 4 plays later. Let's take a look here at this NFC playoff picture. This game has huge implications, as you see there. The Lions and the Cowboys in the hunt. If the Cowboys lose tonight, their chance of making the
yeah, it's still like it's spinning.
percent. So you heard Brian Schottenheimer tell Kaylee at halftime that they weren't executing and they had self-inflicted wounds. What do they need to do to get back in this thing?
Well, I think you're going to see it. He said a little bit, keeping that run game a part of it, but we got to get George Pickens the ball. I mean, I think that's really something Detroit's done a great job of. They kept him out of this game. CD's had production, but you know what, George, with 2 catches, you got to believe Dak Prescott, this is what he's known for. He gets aggressive. Down in a game, he's about to start giving these 2 guys shots down the field.
Yeah, I agree. Detroit can't take their foot off the gas because Dallas is coming. You can feel the offense warming up a little bit, but there's a reason this Detroit team hasn't lost back-to-back games in 3 years. This fan base certainly understands this moment.
Yeah, and right now, if I'm the Lions, I would say keep getting one-on-one with Jahmyr Gibbs. He is killing these linebackers out. They don't have an answer for him. If they want to win this football game, they need a heavy dose of him in the second half. And it's Dallas defensive line. Where you been? Where's Quentin Williams? Where's the pressure? You got to put some pressure on Jared Goff if you expect to win this game.
All right, you guys, we got the Temptations performing behind us at halftime. What could make you feel this way? This game has made us feel all kinds of ways depending on who you are rooting for. But the Dallas Cowboys get the ball to start the second half. Thank you guys for watching the State Farm halftime show. We will see you guys post-game.
Got sunshine on a cloud. Y'all sing along with us. Come on. When it's cold outside. Tonight's first half highlights are brought to you by iPhone.
Ready to raise the roof as their Lions take the field and ready to go up against Dak Prescott and the surging Dallas Cowboys. Deep drop, Prescott, look out! There he goes again, breaking tackles, catches made on the run. St. Brown through the middle, into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. Montgomery breaking tackles, he goes to the end zone for the touchdown. Halftime.
What up, though? We are back. It's halftime. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Help your boy stay in the algorithm. What you like, your comments and your subscribes and your shares. It's been a great first half. We've gotten everybody involved thus far. Jahmyr Gibbs, we've got him going. We've got Montgomery going. St. Brown's he's been involved. We've even got our tight end that's been that's our backup tight end. He's been involved. So it's been all around a good game for for our offense. The defense play has been solid. I can't complain. We've let in a few plays get behind us that we should have not, but for the most part, the defense has bent a little bit, but has not broken. But here we go. First half, we're looking good.
How about Gibbs? What an honor just to be in a two-shot with Perry Saint.
If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help your boy out. Here we go.
Turpin gets tackled as he crosses the 30-yard line moments ago. Daily with Dan Campbell.
Well, Dan, you told us you needed to win the explosive battle tonight. How close is this going to plan?
Well, we're doing some really good.
So we know Dallas is going to come out aggressive this second half, try to make up from what they didn't do this in the first half. So, our defense has to stay tight and stay aggressive. Here we go. 1st and 10, Dallas from the 30-yard line.
Takeaway, which was huge, really had a safety, but that's okay. You overcome all of it. And
Prescott out of the shotgun.
another takeaway, another stop. All right.
Well, you're so right with those explosive plays. 4 of them for 25 yards. Some more.
There we go. We need that pick.
Intercepted by the Lions.
Let's go. Abdul. Oh, that's Fred, our linebacker Barnes. That's what we got to do. We got that takeaway, second play of the half. That's big.
It's been so effective.
Let's go.
Especially last week. But I think Robertson comes close to
Right there. Oh, that was off the tip. That was big.
And take it all the way back, close to taking it back to the end zone.
That was big. Why you let Dak run you out of bounds? Run his ass over.
Got in there to be able to keep it away from Pickens being able to make that catch. What a good job of obviously film study, anticipation.
That was big.
For that route that 3.
Now, if we can get points, meaning touchdowns off of this turnover,
Ball at the 14-yard.
it's pretty much I'm not gonna say put the game away, but it'll put the game away. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 15. Golf out of the shotgun.
Get the snap off.
Here we go.
5.
J-Mo 4 pickup of maybe 3.
Tackled there by Reddy Stewart.
That's good defense by and that's picking up that. Listen, he made up for that play. He got burnt. There you go. He made up for that play. That's how you make up.
Like I said,
Because he got burnt in that first half
on that route last week
by CD Lamb. He made up on that one.
Robertson, quick reaction.
There we go. See, and I called it. As long as we get, we normally get a takeover, at least 1 or 2. Here we go. Golf out of the gun. Jahmyr Gibbs in motion. Oh, that's touchdown. Touchdown. Tesla. There we go. Now that's the Detroit offense that we're used to looking to. Let's go. Look like we have technical difficulties. It always when we doing good, but for the most part that was big. That's a 3-possession game now. So now all this defense we just has to sit back. Continue playing tight. doing what we doing and put some pressure on Dak, because when Dak is under pressure, he's pretty much not too much no different from golf.
I'm gonna put that
But for the most part, that was a great way to put points. That was a great possession, offensive. Second play to Tesla, and we talked about it, me and Big Hen. We have to be able to go, to guys like Tesla, to these backups, get them involved, because from the most part, we got a lot of key injuries. These guys are going to be playing next man up, that was big. And I love our DB on that tip. He made up for that play that he got burnt. That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna have to pull off another Houdini tonight.
Not tonight, baby. We gotta have it. So now what can happen? This defense can sit back, relax. Shepard can just let these boys fly. Put a lot of pressure on Dak Prescott. We're up 3 possessions.
What's at stake?
And we can put a lot of pressure on him. Now is the time. Hutch better end up with a sack. It's going to be a lot. It's about to be a lot of pressure on Prescott. He's going to have to get rid of that ball quick. All right, here we go. He's going to probably come out of the gun on a lot of plays this second half. Here you go. Out of the eye.
Limited to 3 field goals by that.
Up the middle to their running back. Come on. Maybe 2 or 3. Defense should be flying.
Williams picks up about 3. Jack Campbell makes the stop.
And again, Jack Campbell playing a little bit deeper this time. Maybe worried about the potential getting back. I don't know if they're playing in Tampa too, but see the depth he has there.
He was back.
He's able to work around the traffic and then finish on the play. Such great instinct.
Let's get up closer, Jack.
Great job in his career here in Detroit.
2nd and 7.
Here we go. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun. Pressure's coming.
His back foot throws. And then
what the fuck? And they still called a flag. What the hell is going on, man? We cannot cover one-on-one downfield. That's some bullshit. Give me you guys his opinion on that. It seems like every single time.
Declined as the play results in a first down.
Yeah, it seems like every time, our defender is on a deep ball.
Now he puts the hand up, throw it. I got it.
Let's see this.
Here's where the penalty comes in because the ball's underthrown.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but god damn.
The interference.
Gain of 32. Back to the ground. Williams breaking tackle.
Come on. Now don't just fall apart, defense.
Behind the right side there, Tyler Booker, the rookie out of Alabama, great job of sustaining his block. Cooper Beebe.
Don't fall apart.
That second level and got once again.
Bend a little bit, but do not break.
From Javonte Williams, hit yards after contact.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun.
Prescott hangs in the pocket to the end zone.
Nothing. Good defense, Robertson.
Well and complete. Second flag thrown again.
A fucking another flag. This is crazy.
He was on the other side away from where the ball was thrown. That's going to be a hold on Detroit. Double move.
Holding. Defense number 4. It's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That's crazy.
And they motion CeeDee Lamb out to create this matchup. That's after he motions out. Now you got one-on-one. He could go either way on this double move. He decides to go to 3 to Pickens. You can see an easy call. Good job there by the officials.
Yeah, they have been picking on Reed. That time it wasn't even involved in the play.
Some bullshit. All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
First down of the 14-yard line. Prescott lofting one, and it's incomplete. Lamb trying to make a spectacular catch, but not, and he is going to be slow in getting back up. CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, my gosh. Now, he gave everything he had to make an acrobatic catch, and I don't know if he had a chance to get his hands down to protect himself from the ground. Look at this. He goes up with the left. Now he's body's coming down, the head's coming down, all that.
He'll be all right.
Left arm.
Yep.
See, and what's been so crazy, Robinson, he had to not be as aggressive as he normally would be, because they've been calling a lot of flags on us, on our DBs back there. that's with the starting DBs too.
Yeah, he's got 6.
We're probably the most penalized secondary in the league.
12:42 to go in the third quarter. It's been a kind of a quiet night for Pickens, but Lamb has picked up the slack tonight.
So he's high in receiving yards.
Hopefully he's all right.
Pickens targeted
I don't wish injuries on nobody.
Would have had that gigantic
All right, come on.
goal, except for the penalty.
2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Zach out of the shotgun.
Prescott fires. It's caught. Taken to the 9-yard line.
All right, pick up about 6.
Illinois, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, and I think this will be 2-down territory.
The target of Dak Prescott's most.
Meaning that they're down 2 possessions. 3 possessions, I should say.
They're trying to work him behind the linebackers, especially with CD Lamb out.
All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun, 3rd and 5.
Help out on Pickens.
Which I believe this will be a 2-possession game. They probably watch out. They'll probably run it on this play, meaning that they're going for it on 4th down. Okay, there we go.
Prescott throws that way.
Nothing.
Incomplete.
Nothing. Incomplete. Let's go, defense.
So it's 4th down and 5.
They'll go for this.
So now it's what do you want to do here?
They're going to go for it. You got to go for it.
Every time they've been down in this area.
Well, it's still early in the third, but you kind of got to go for it. You're down 3 possessions. You don't want to give the ball back to Detroit because if we score, it'll definitely put the game away. So you got to go for it. So come on.
Yeah, no question.
Put the pressure on Zach. Here we go. We showing blitz.
Prescott fires. And
Got the first down. That's some bullshit.
First down. So Pickens responds and the ball gets loose at the end.
Wow.
And you got Tyler Smith who's going to wind up with it.
What the hell was that?
So
they got the first down.
The ball is fumbled. It cannot be recovered by a teammate forward. The ball is brought back to the spot of the fumble. It's 1st down, Dallas. I'm going to wind all clocks right now.
Yeah, it should be about the 2-yard line. Pickens is just trying to make it. First of all, the catch.
It's 1st down, Dallas.
It's an incredible throw and a good job with strong hands. Here he's just trying to make a play. He's got to go down. We appreciate and respect what he's trying to do. But with 4 defenders around him, the ball gets away from his body. And chances are it's going to get knocked away.
All right, first and goal.
Rollers on 4th down. 1st and goal from the 1.
Look like timeout, Dallas.
Back to the
2-yard line. The coaches will have plenty of time to change personnel or a play.
Okay.
All right.
All right, here we go. 1st down. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Up the middle. Nothing. Maybe a yard.
A bit short. So it's 999 yards for him this season.
And Saloni meets him in the hole, but CeeDee Lamb off on the sideline there. But the Cowboys, after that conversion on 4th down, the chance to punch it in to cut into this lead.
All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Here's the back. 2nd down and goal. Give it to him, and into the end zone he goes.
Bullshit. Touchdown, Dallas.
Point. He's now at 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, you get behind Tyler Smith. He's one of the more powerful guards. They pulled him around on a power play. Just follow him. Between Javonte Williams, tough running.
He had that stop.
You know what he's going to do.
Okay.
Good job by the play side offensive line there.
It is what it is. Touchdown.
Convert on 4th down.
15-27 Detroit. Still a 2-possession game. We have to continue put with our foot on the pedal, keep our foots on their throat. Don't let up.
Aubrey now for the extra point, and the Cowboys get exactly what they needed, a touchdown. With 10:41 to play in the 3rd quarter.
11-point game.
7-16.
All right, here we go. So, like I said, we got to keep our foot on their throats. Don't let up. Just keep doing what we're doing. We'll be all right. Yep. So I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your thoughts on tonight's game. What do you think this offense of Detroit has looked like thus far? Give me your thoughts on the defense too. A lot of people thought our defense was going to give up a lot of points, but so far we've only given up one touchdown to Dallas, and this was the touchdown we just given up. So for the most part, our defense been able to hold stead. We've not allowed a touch. We've only allowed one touchdown. One touchdown and I believe 3 field goals. So now they're going to be with. It looked like they may be without CeeDee Lamb for the rest of the game, depending on how bad his injury is. But this is a must win for both teams. We had St. Brown. He was out there. He was injured last game, but he showed up. He was able to contribute. So Dallas fans and teammates, they're going to be looking for CeeDee Lamb to go out there and continue the rest of this game. You know what I mean? So, but we have to continue putting pressure on Prescott. We've gotten to him a couple of times. We've gotten a few hurries, but we need to get a few more sacks. We definitely got the turnovers that we needed for this game. So we've given up this touchdown late, actually early in the third quarter. So this game is not over. We have to definitely continue doing what we've been doing the rest of this game. Now it's the time for to let the sledgehammer loose. Give the ball to Montgomery and let him do his thing. Montgomery and Gibbs. Open the ball up with them, and then, therefore, when they start crowding that line, you can give the ball downfield to J-Mo or even drop it off, across the middle of the field to St. Brown. And even our backups have been having a pretty good game. So, thus far, man, we've been looking good. It's not been too much a roller coaster game up and down like the last few weeks like we've been watching. This was a game that we must needed. Detroit thus far has responded. Normally Dan Campbell is good. We're responding after a loss, but here we go.
Kings pick 6, a peer-to-peer fantasy project. Running backs tonight, Williams, you just saw him go into the end zone, 1,000 on the season, 45 in the game.
They showing Montgomery. They already know what I'm thinking. It's Montgomery time, baby. All right, here we go from the 10. We should have good field position from the kickoff. Here we go. Hold on to it. We'll start it from maybe the 33-yard line.
Well, guys, after a very quick 3-minute evaluation of CeeDee Lamb in the tent and an even quicker review,
Came down hard on that shoulder.
CeeDee Lamb has been ruled out of this game for concussion. As trainers went to take him back to the locker room, I could hear him telling them he didn't need their assistance. And as you can imagine, he was not pleased to no longer be available for this game.
No, and that was a very quick diagnosis, too.
Yeah, as we
that was real quick.
Catches 121 yards and 8
that was
targets
big
tonight. He'll be missed here if the Cowboys.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
Go back to Pickens. Needed to be
from the 30-yard line of Dallas. Hand off to Gibbs.
Outside goes Gibbs.
Nothing, a loss on the play.
Deron Bland gets him behind the line of scrimmage.
And Eberflus telling us how much he respects not just Gibbs, but the system itself, and how many times Detroit will intentionally try to run play side, press it, and then just try to bring it to the backside. This time, you could see the penetration that time by that big defense.
Yeah, they was waiting on Gibbs. We'll get him. Let's get him up the middle.
Job of containing him. Big emphasis.
All right, here we go. Second and 15.
Detroit averaging almost 7 yards.
Go off out of the shotgun. Gibbs.
Cowboys about 4.5.
Here we go. Screenplay to J-Mo.
Williams.
Maybe 5.
His way out to the 30.
See, and we got to listen, when we know that they're blitzing, those are the type of plays that we have to run from Goff. He's not mobile enough to be able to escape. A lot of these blitz that these teams are dialing up.
With all the changes, it's Quentin Williams and the 5-man front, the ability to rush off the edge. This is where
here we go. 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 8.
Gibbs and Montgomery are both.
Go off out of the shotgun.
Here comes Gibbs out of the slot. Goff looks that way, throws that way, caught. Can he get the first down? Yes, he can.
Yes, Gibbs got the first down. Good shake and bake. Left the goddamn the DB standing there. Wow. That's great. It's almost like he froze him
He's out there
and kept him frozen that lane. That's a good pickup.
on the inside with
Wow.
26
Look at
players.
this.
What separates him?
Kept him frozen. Wow. Actually broke his ankles.
And Gibbs puts the brakes on and finishes the play to be able to get that
The first down. That was big.
He got pressured and got the ball out quickly.
There we go.
Meanwhile,
Walsh again out of the shotgun.
now you got
Gibbs up the middle. Okay.
the snap. It's a very interesting case. Activated tonight, second year out of Louisville. Got him to
Who was that?
mimic Lamar Jackson,
Right.
as he knew him from the Louisville days.
Yeah, that's right. I covered him quite a bit when he was in college at Louisville. Had a great career there as a quarterback.
Okay, Cunningham.
As a quarterback, and now after
All right, here we go. Golf
Jackson, he's trying to stay on the roster. And
out of the shotgun, 2nd and 9. Golf out of the eye. Gibbs in the backfield.
Didn't fool the Cowboys, 2nd down and 9. Look at that protection for Goff. Throw.
Plenty of people
on
open.
the sideline, and it's caught
By J-Mo. There we go.
covered by the rookie Rebel. 16 yards, another first down.
Remember Cologne? We talked about how he went down. They benched him. Watched it match up here in the interior.
See, and that's what the play action does. It open up plays like this down the field. It allows J-Mo to free up.
Hand-to-hand combat wins. Goff is
Because you got the DBs stepping up looking for run. Linebackers are looking for run. So it opens up the passing lanes for Goff. Goff out of the shotgun, 1st and 10. Gibbs up the middle. Maybe a pickup or two.
Crosses the line of scrimmage. So Gibbs has been limited to 14 rushing yards, but he has 73 receiving yards tonight. 2nd and 9.
How, as we watch Dallas play, and we've talked so much about the improvement of the Cowboys defense over these last 3 weeks. We talked, is it Quentin Williams? Is it the health?
But we know Gibbs is one play away from breaking
One thing we're seeing tonight against Goff and a very well prepared offense with Dan Campbell, they're attacking this secondary. They're protecting Goff. Getting the
All right,
ball
Goff out of the shotgun, Gibbs in the backfield.
2nd down and 9. To the outside.
Back to Gibbs on the outside.
Gibbs. Little stiff arm there.
Good stiff arm. Short of the first down. Short about, that'll bring up 3rd and about 4 yards.
Ron Bland, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
I think they're pretty confident that they could, if Goff had time, they could win, especially into the interior against the linebackers in space. But
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 coming up.
especially the rookie, Ravel.
We definitely in field goal range. But a touchdown would be beautiful. So we need this first down. Here we go. Goff out of the shotgun. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Goff fires. And that is
The fuck?
They
had too many receivers in the same position. Yeah. The fuck?
Williams as well. St. Brown couldn't hold on 4th down and 5.
Yeah, it's your 2 best receivers in the same spot. Somebody didn't read the pre to post snap coverage. It's very unusual, not just to see a drop, but
I will go for it.
Jameson Williams. You could see St. Brown looked over his shoulder, almost surprised to see Williams there, and it made him hesitate, and that's why the ball.
Excuse me. I will go for it. But of course, Dan is going to go for the points.
To try to make it.
Which is smart. You go with the points. What the fuck?
North to the left and was deflected, no good.
Wow.
So somebody got a hand on it. I think it was Sam Williams. It was. Fox put it down. Get this block.
What the hell? See, and look, Bates is not what he was doing last year. He's missed a lot of field goals this year, and he's been blocked a lot. This game is far from over. We still get time in the 3rd quarter and the whole 4th quarter ahead of us. So we definitely got to tighten up. We just squander that drive and put up no points on that. But give me your thoughts on tonight's game. I got a few people here watching. Definitely comment. The comment section is open. I would love for each and every one of you guys to interact. You know, if you want to come on in and come on up here on the stage and chop it up with your boy, put your email in the comment section or DM me and put it in my DM and I'll bring you in. You know, but that was a horrible possession right there. You know, I like I said, I would have almost went for it on that. You know, but it is what it is. You know, we just got to come back and play some good defense. You know, Dallas is going to be, you know, pressing the ball. They're going to be in a hurry up. They need to put up points, get points fast. So we have to be able to capitalize that we're up. You know, we have to continue to put pressure on Dak Prescott. You know, don't let him don't allow him to be comfortable back there in that pocket. You know, because you know, Dallas is coming. Dallas on a 3-game winning streak. You know, they're coming in on a hot streak. You know, so we have to be able to cool them down. Thus far, we've been having a pretty decent game. Let's not let this game be squandered. We got the game right where we got them right where we want them. You know, looks like they're getting ready to be without their top receiver. CeeDee Lamb looked like he's out. You know, with a concussion. You know, so we should pretty much have this game locked if we do everything right. You know, but this game is far from over. You know, anything can happen. You know, we just got to continue toughing it out.
Big night. When they played man coverage, 5 of 6, 116 yards. He's had a great night targeting all other.
Yeah, great night. You know, that was kind of quick how they ruled him out with a concussion.
By AWS.
You know, but CeeDee Lamb, man, he's always injured. He's always out. I'm not going to say you can't count on him, but you can't count on him. Out of the eye, ball up the middle, maybe a pickup or 2.
So with Lamb out, you got Pickens, obviously, you got Turpin, and then Jonathan Mingo for 81 figures to see a little bit more action.
And don't forget Jake Ferguson is very effective in the interior of this defense. They've really gone after DJ Reed. Keep an eye on that, number 4. He's been targeted 8 times.
All right, here we go. Prescott out of the eye.
115 yards. He's on Pickens at the bottom.
Running back is Malik Davis.
Davis in the backfield. Pressure coming from the left.
Fires over the middle.
Wide open. Come on.
And then spun down at that spot is Ryan Flanoy.
Just a miscommunication this time by the defense. Watch the linebackers. You'll see the receiver come from our right. Flanoy right there. Nobody picks him up. Good job by recognizing that. Get the ball.
Come on. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Hand off up the middle. Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard.
In the last 3 weeks, George Pickens has gone to another level. Against Vegas at 144 yards. Against Philly, 146 yards. Last week, Kansas City up to 88 yards. And with his guy, his partner, CeeDee Lamb down, this is really, you want to be the guy in Dallas.
All right, here we go.
Right here. This is an opportunity with the season on the line. Number 3's got a
2nd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun.
Prescott fires, and that's incomplete.
Come on.
Turpin,
the fuck?
Be thrilled to know. Pickens
play some defense. DBs.
All of the wide receivers for Pittsburgh.
Another fucking flag.
10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd.
Okay, I'm like, what the hell?
Here you get DK Metcalf. Everybody's excited to see, and especially with CeeDee Lamb in Dallas. You wouldn't think he would get that many opportunities, but he certainly has. Here's the hold by the left tackle. Nate Thomas has had a rough night tonight. Hutch is normally on the other side, but they recognize an opportunity in passing situations. They'll move him around, and they'll go after the weak link, and they're going after the backup left tackle right now. Hutch there again here on this 2nd and long.
The title guy inactive.
All right, here we go. 2nd and long coming up. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun.
4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Fired over the middle and in traffic. And
pick up about 9.
Is Ferguson, the tight end, Jake Ferguson. Make another catch here. That's 4 for him, 43 yards.
6'5", 245-pounder. Barry Alvarez is former Wisconsin head coach.
Here we go.
His grandson, you know how tough this guy is. What a job of climbing a ladder and then finishing.
Almost missed, almost bobbled that play. Come on, that was a good play on that alone. That was good defense.
9 after the catch.
Good catch. So here we go. 3rd and 9 coming up.
3.5 to go in the
Which I'm quite sure they're going to be in 2-down territory.
extra pressure.
Wow, wide open. That's horrible. Flag on the play. 2 flags.
13-yard line.
Yeah.
2 flags on
Got to be on Dallas. He was so fucking wild.
Legal screen there, a pick, and he did not do a good enough job of selling it. And the Detroit Lion defender went down.
Number 3.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Replay 3rd down.
They moved Lanoy over from the left to the right. It was actually a really well-designed play. There he is, comes in motion. So now you got a chance to have a little rub. You can't make it look too obvious. And Pickens runs right into it. 2 or 3 flags came in. They're all over. So like Shotty told Kaylee, we're self-destructing.
For sure.
And it continues here.
Yeah, come on, defense. That was almost a touchdown. Here we go. Out of the shotgun.
Back to
3rd 19.
At the 45-yard line. Prescott stepping up. Goes to the outside. Coverage is good. It's incomplete.
Incomplete ball. So the question is, will they go for it?
Pickens 4th down.
Because they're in field goal range.
And I don't think he felt downfield. This is not a great route by George Pickens. If I'm a defender, do you feel threatened that he's going to go downfield? It almost looks like he's running just a route. He's just jogging downfield. If you want the corner to retreat, you got to sell it like you're going downfield.
Yeah, he went for the field goal.
Of Prescott. Now you got a 63-yard attempt by Brandon Aubrey. Good. From 63.
63. That's big. They chipping away at this lead.
That's the 6th 60-yard of his career. Tremendous.
To get on the road, I've been breaking my back. Keeping up with the Joneses. I know me.
Yeah, they chipping away at that lead. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they made it a 1-possession game, so so we have to put points back up. We went from a 3-possession, we've watched this go from a 3-possession lead down to a 1-possession lead, with a whole 4th quarter ahead of us. So we have to go in and tighten back up. We've allowed them to, put up a few field goals in this 3rd quarter, and they've gotten back into the game, and a touchdown, I should say. So we definitely have to do something offensively on this drive coming up. Because it's too much time left for us to, to feel like this game is over with. Dallas is clearly still playing. They're without their top receiver, but they're still playing hard and tough. We have to continue putting pressure on Dak Prescott. Yep. So let me make sure you guys can hear the commentary. Okay, I believe you guys should be able to hear that. So, Melvin Coleman, are you still in the comment section? Are you still over there? What up, though? Let me know if you're still in there. But this has been a tightly contested game. We've allowed them to make it more competitive than what it should be. We had a few opportunities to pretty much put this game away. We allowed them to stay in the game with penalties. Well, here we go.
Next week, Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers taking on John Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons. That's next Thursday. And then the following Thursday, we'll be in Seattle for the Rams and the Seahawks. Wrapping up on Christmas night, Thursday, with Denver, Kansas City. It's the rest of our schedule. Aubrey Just made that 62.
All right, ball will be turnable.
Picks down to the 4-yard line.
We'll have good field position.
And run back.
We'll take it from about the 33-yard line.
I know Pat McAfee will hate it. Is it time to deflate the footballs? What do you think?
I enjoy this guy, by the way. There's been 15 63-yard plus field goals in the history of the NFL. He's got 3 of them. 3 of the 15.
This is going to be a 70-yarder before said and done. You know that,
He's with
right?
57, 55,
Amazing.
and 63 just tonight. And by the way,
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Goff out of the shotgun.
It's a one-score game now. 8-point lead.
Switch to the eye.
This drive begins.
Gibbs in the backfield, out of the eye, hand off to Gibbs. Up the middle. That looked like Montgomery for the first down. Let's go.
Puts up 9.
really good job with that jumbo set. Big fella Dan Skipper.
You know, that's what we need to do. You know, we have to, establish and get this running game back going.
Right down.
Because we still have I believe 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter and the fourth quarter ahead of us. So this game is far from over.
2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 coming up. Montgomery in the backfield. St. Brown in motion. Up the middle to Montgomery. Pick up about 3. Got the first down.
Montgomery under 2 minutes to play in the third.
Yeah, Dan Campbell sensing.
So we have to establish this run, eat up some of this clock.
First couple plays, he's gone with that jumbo look to bring Fursker in. Skipper will hop off, but just trying to lean on this Dallas defense.
We have to. You have to take advantage of this big offensive line.
Just 4 carries, but 15.
And bang them with Montgomery and then pound them on down, and then just bring Gibbs in to finish them off.
Flag.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it, Goff.
Throws, passes.
Yeah, it's probably going to be holding on the offense.
Get the call here.
That's an illegal formation. Slot was covered there. It's going to be 5 yards.
Illegal formation.
Man, it seems like Goff be moving in goddamn slow motion.
Number 86. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
See, little penalties like that hurt us. Big.
Number 70 is eligible, gentlemen. Number 70.
All right, Skipper comes back in as the eligible receiver. First down and 15.
Just feel like one of these days they're going to throw the ball to the big man.
Now, here we go. 1st and 15 out of the eye. Gibbs in the backfield.
They did earlier, right? They threw a whistle.
Maybe right here. Nope.
Get rid of it. There we go.
Go up.
There we go.
14. Williams, the big play.
There we go, J-Mo. Nice way to come back forward.
Clark put the pressure on that.
And that's what J-Mo got to do, man. You have to be able to come back to the ball and go get it.
Job here by Kenny Clark, which is what he's known for, ability to be able to get off.
And golf, a good way to get
almost gets to him.
Yes.
Blink of an eye short, but
be able to get the ball off.
And the route running. Look at this route by Jamison Williams. And then he comes back to the football.
To get the ball. I just said that. Nice way to come back and help Goff out.
On the play by
a nice way to get away, Goff. Up the middle to Gibbs.
And that will be a first down.
First down. Let's go.
With a half a minute now.
Okay, to Montgomery. There we go.
First down. Waning seconds of the quarter.
So much at stake here. It's great that it's still a one-possession game. Both these teams desperately need a win to keep their postseason hopes alive.
Lions will let the clock run out. We'll go to the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter coming up.
In a vital game for both teams in terms of their playoff hopes.
Yeah, here we go.
Lions
4 quarters.
7 Cowboys.
Yeah, give me your thoughts. Let me know how you think these Lions look. Who wants it more? The Lions or the Cowboys? Thus far, we've had a pretty solid game. We've allowed them to, put up a few points in the third quarter to make it an interesting game going into the fourth quarter. This possession, we definitely have to put up points, whether it's 3 points or a touchdown. Touchdown preferable, to be able to keep pressure and to keep them on their heels. But I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It definitely helps the channel grow. We're over here on the mission. We're trying to get, the subscribers over 1,000 subscribers before the new year. So I need for you guys to definitely hit that subscription. It don't cost a thing. It's free for you guys to hit that subscribe button. We're putting out great content, good content almost each and every day, when we have a chance to. But it's definitely been a contested and a great football game. I have no complaints thus far. There's been a few questionable calls and early in the first half, but it's been a pretty tight contested game. I have no complaints. The refs, it seemed like, it seems like when we play Dallas, we play against Dallas and the refs, they've been trying their best, to keep Dallas in this ball game, but for the most part, the offense is somewhat showing up. We have to be a little bit more aggressive, I think, in this upcoming fourth quarter and close this game out. Because we could have closed it out, with a few plays and a few mistakes that we had in the first quarter. But we're up. The defense is playing pretty solid. The offense is, the offense is picking up first downs, man, and we're looking decent. Yeah, but yeah, man, give me your opinion on tonight's game. We're gonna have some great matchups this upcoming Sunday. Hopefully we can continue to keep pace and get this W because we need it bad. Normally we're great. We have not had back-to-back losses this season. I was mistaken earlier. I thought we were on a 2-game losing streak, but we did not. We're on a 1-game losing streak, so we're normally good with coming off of loss. So here we go, the beginning of the fourth quarter. So this is it right here, man. Who wants it more, Detroit or Dallas?
Go to the fourth, Al Michaels, Herb Street, Keely Hartung, Thursday Night Football from Ford Field in Detroit, 27-19.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Golf out of the shotgun.
This is the back.
What the fuck? Another penalty. See, this will hurt you.
Before the snap, false start by the offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Miles Frazier. I'll tell you what, this graphic really sums it up. Cowboys with the win have a 39% chance to get to the playoffs with a loss.
All right, we're having a few technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. It's always on some bullshit.
Philly losing the last.
All right, 1st and 10. So we picked up the first down.
The Chargers. Goff under pressure throws.
Off under pressure throws a pickup by
Flag is thrown.
by St. Brown, but it's a fat flag on the play. Every other play it seems like.
Montgomery made that grab.
Okay, that was Montgomery. Okay, look like the flag may be on Dallas.
Sean Hockley's been a busy man tonight in this crew.
Offside. Defense number 9
There we go.
lined up in the neutral zone. This penalty's declined. It's
First.
2nd down.
Okay, so it must be like 2nd and 1 on that pickup on
So that play gained 13.
Montgomery. Okay.
Make it 2nd down and 2.
Back to that jumbo look with Ken Skipper.
Okay, this is the chance for us to throw it downfield to J-Mo. Dallas is going to be looking to stop the run. Play action to J-Mo downfield.
St. Brown out of the slot. Montgomery.
There we go. Montgomery up the middle. There we go. Hey, pick up the first.
Keeps those legs churning. Montgomery.
Let's go. Keep them legs churning.
60 yards.
You get the big man right here, but you get the double team to the inside, and you got a big physical runner. Good job by the receiver.
Big hole. Nice way to cut back too.
So they're, like I said, this drive they've been leaning on Dallas a lot more with the jumbo package. David Montgomery in there, not just to give Gibbs a break, but this is his time in the game in the fourth quarter.
All right, out of the shotgun,
Chicago.
Montgomery in the backfield.
23. Goff.
Plenty of time.
Protection.
Golf long to J-Mo. Out of bounds. Damn.
The slaw was there, and there is a flag.
What the fuck with all these flags?
By the off number 6.
Oh my gosh.
10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
This is horrible.
Rookie.
This is part of just getting reps. It would be a twist up front. Communication by the time he comes over on the Dante Fowler. You see that left arm get up around his neck.
Number 70 is eligible.
Oh, shit.
So they go jumbo, a lot of kind of body blows, and then they try to take a shot on that sail route.
All right, here we go. 1st and 20.
Anyway, but he had it beat
from the 45-yard line.
Penalties 50 yards.
From the 40-yard line. We have to stay in field goal range.
Free night. So much for that. That's the goodbye.
This is a big possession. This is a big down.
20.
1st and 20 up the middle. Wow. A slip by Gibbs. A loss of 2.
2nd and long.
I mean, the logic makes sense. With an 8-point lead, you work a little bit of clock. You go with this big look, right? But what's really hurt Dallas tonight has been Goff and his ability to get the ball out and be decisive and attack the secondary. So it's a kind of a catch-22 with what you want to do when you're Dan Campbell. This is kind of your identity. This is who you are. But the strength tonight has been to me.
All right, here we go.
The vulnerable Cowboys.
2nd and 22. Goff out of the shotgun.
Goff wants for a sack tonight. He throws. It's caught. You got
Okay, over to St. Brown on the sideline for about 8.
Just shy of the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 13 upcoming.
3rd and 13 coming up. You know, which
2 of 31 is no.
we have to get points off of this. We got to be able to stay in field goal range. We have to be able to
where you see the ball getting out 18 to 20, 173 yards. That's where he's doing most of his damage.
we have to be able to pick up points on this possession.
To the year, relying on
Here we go.
after the catch.
Goff out of the shotgun from the
A lot of
30-yard line.
25 yards and more. 4 of them. Catch goes here by Williams.
Good cutback, Williams. Damn.
Pummeled.
All right. Maybe a pickup of 3.
4th down. Overshown makes a tackle. And they'll try to tack on 3. Campbell, who
All right, Campbell just got his last field goal blocked.
Manageable.
Right. 4th and forever. So no chance to live up to his reputation.
So Jake.
So Bates now.
I mean Bates, we need you.
38 and 47 had one.
Make your money.
From 52. This is a 46-yard attempt.
Okay, this should be manageable for him.
And this kick is
It's good.
through.
All right, there we go. Let's go.
Good.
You know, so that puts it back up to 11-point lead.
Lions back up 30-19.
All right, you know, wasn't the drive that I wanted, but you know, we got points off of that. You know, long as you put up some type of points, you know, when having that lead, 8-point lead, you know, now we stretch it out to a 2-point possession. So, going into the 4th quarter. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on Dallas on this possession coming up, you know. So now we can have the defense go back out there, try to get a turnover, in this game. So I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We've been live on Facebook, on YouTube, and Instagram for 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? Your boy is trying to, keep you guys entertained and just bring you guys good content. For those who at work, who's not able to watch the game, but you can listen, trying to bring you good content, allowing you guys to be able to listen and then watch the game too at the same time. I can't show it, unfortunately, and your boy is just now being able to come back. They banned us last week, for showing a little bit of the fights that that was my mistake. I thought that, I was able to show some of the prelims, but, I made a bad judgment call, but we are back, so we're just going to try to continue to put out content for you guys to check out, but yeah, man, this is a game that the Lions need. We pretty much, I'm not going to say dug ourselves a hole, but, we pretty much knocked ourselves out of, the division out of trying to win our division, I should say. You know what I mean? But we still can make the playoffs, and maybe we need to come in as a wild card. Versus coming in and trying to get that number one seed. And putting that, because it's a lot of pressure. And there was a lot of pressure I think last year. So it's a lot of pressure on that number one seed to come out there and get that win. So hopefully we can do it as a wild card. We're pretty good on the road. We're one of the best teams in the league on the road, and we have been the last 3 years. But here we go.
Storied rivalries in all of sports. The Lakers taking on the Celtics. Then you'll see
that's going to be a good game. But yeah, man, we got to close this fourth quarter out.
Thunder 21-1. Wow, that's tomorrow.
I had no idea.
There you go. 21-1.
Who beat him?
Good question. We'll find out. Stick around for the answer. Blazers beat him. Portland.
1930.
Bates kicks off. Fielded at the 3-yard line. Here's Turpin.
All right. Let's go.
Now time for Pressure Tested, presented by Nissan. And the pressure has been on Dak Prescott.
Yes, it has. We need to put a little bit more pressure on him this fourth quarter.
They sure done a terrific job tonight.
They've been doubling and tripling Hutch. You do for one, Hutch. Let's get you one. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Prescott out of the shotgun. Out of the eye.
Getting after Dak Prescott.
One out of every 4 passes.
Oh, my God. Okay, Prescott scamper. Pick up the first down.
After a 12-yard game.
We had a linebacker fall down, and that opened up that whole left side over there.
The experience comes into play. We're just talking about how he's been.
Come on, defense.
Pretty good job by Nate Thomas that time on the left side, dealing with Aiden Hutchinson. And I think because of the coverage, he saw man coverage. He said, you know what? I'm out of here. I got room to run. Got the easy first down.
Yeah, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Up the middle.
Williams.
Come on.
Williams.
Wow.
That's the first down.
11-yard, about 12-yard pickup.
As they get it into Detroit territory.
Hutch is so wide, he takes himself out of the play, and it's a good call here by Shoddy. Look at that hole just open up with the wide 9 there.
Yeah, that was too wide.
Easy to get underneath him. And then the linebacker, for whatever reason,
come on, Hutch.
There's just a lot of space. Another first down for the Cowboys.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
For Dallas.
10.5 to go in regulation.
Or the 45-yard line of Detroit.
Gets it away. Pass is caught at the 42.
Pass caught for about 7 yards.
Illinois making.
Come on, Detroit.
5. Second down.
Illinois continues to have a good night catching the ball with opportunities. 8 targets, 5 catches. Not a lot of production as far as downfield, but he's been there for Dak Prescott. If you're just tuning in, CeeDee Lamb, who's had a monster night with 6 catches, 121 yards, went down.
All right, here we go.
Great effort to make a play on a football, but came down on his head, went out with a
Prescott out of the eye.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Prescott throwing.
Wow, wide open. What the fuck?
End zone is Flournoy.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with our secondary. That was wide open.
Flournoy takes it in for the score. A minute 58, 70 yards.
Well, this is surprising because Schoonmaker, the tight end, moves from the right.
What the fuck happened?
Watch Brian Branch right here. I think the corner feels that he has helped. Branch, one of the best safeties in the game, but his eyes are in the wrong spot. Just he and Robertson not quite on the same page.
That was horrible.
The coverage back in.
But another busted coverage. Pretty much that's every time Dallas has scored or had deep plays has been on a busted coverage. They're going for 2 to make it a 3-point game. Wow.
Looking for the deuce. Dancing, moving, throws, and that is hauled in. You go to Ferguson.
Wow.
for the 2-point conversion.
They make a 3-point game.
With 9:52 left in regulation. So here come the Cowboys.
That was horrible.
Down by 3.
That was horrible, busted coverage. Red. They got to pick this up. Offense, we have to be able to we need nothing less than a touchdown to be able to keep pace. And our defense is going to have to make this up on their next possession. That was horrible. This is almost looking like the Lions of the old. Normally, when we have the lead, we'll put games away. We'll put teams away. This looked like the Lions of the old where they'll give the team, a chance, every chance to be able to come back and win this game. So, we had them down by 3 possessions at halftime, the start of halftime, and they've dwindled the lead on the 3 points. We have to, hey, look, this defense, the offense have to step up one more time, and pick it up for the defense because the defense been pretty much holding it solid all game long. There's been a few rough patches here and there, but, for the most part, our offense has to, come right back down and strike. Because there's no way that coverage that we should allow that play to be that wide open. They're without their top wide receiver, and we just allowed a pretty much like a damn near 50-yard play, in a tight contested game, in a game that we need. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, give me you guys' opinion. Let me know what you think about this defense. Like I said, who wants it more? Do Detroit want this? Because I tell you what, if we lose this game, it's pretty much curtains. You know what I mean? So we have to do everything we have to do to pull this game out. This game has been a lot closer than what it should be.
Says right here, brought to you by nobody. The great Michelle Pfeiffer.
Now, here we go.
Oh, what fun, a heartwarming holiday comedy. Watch the new original film only on Prime Video. Discover the joy of a Christmas Michael Wolff script. There you have it. Awesome.
You're bigger than
We've gotten turnovers. We've gotten points off of turnovers. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we'll start off with good field position, good run back. At a backup tight end.
The Cowboys a much easier path than the Eagles. Vikings, Chargers, the next week's at home. Then at Washington and at the Giants to wrap it up. Meanwhile, Monday night, Philly at the Chargers, and then the Raiders at home. Then they go to the Commanders, then at the Bills and the Commanders at home.
I'll say this. If Dallas finds a way to win tonight, I think they have a chance to run the table, finish 11-5-1, which would mean Philly would have to finish 4-1 in their last 5 games.
See, they counting us out. Come on, Detroit. Go off out of the eye.
Lead. That puts a lot of pressure on Philly.
First things first, down by 3. Lions with the ball, 2-yard gain. You got everybody
up the middle to Gibbs for about 2.
There after a short gain.
Again, if you're tuning in late, Dallas was down big.
27-9.
Down big.
Second half drives, touchdown, field goal.
And we've allowed them to
that's how we're at 30-27.
Bring this game to a 3-point game.
That's right.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Few seconds of the third quarter. Looks like they would be dead to rights at that point, but no. Back they come. They're used to it. Down by 21 to Philadelphia. Won that game. 2nd down and 8.
Up the middle. See, it ain't on that running.
3rd down and 6 under 9 minutes to play.
This defensive line from Dallas coming alive. I talked about it in the last possession.
Maybe a pickup or 2. Pretty much we're trying to run some of this clock. You still got 8 minutes and something left on this clock. You got 3rd and 6 coming up. This is a big possession.
Pass game against his secondary.
Goff out of the shotgun.
36. Williams and St. Brown. Part of the troika on the right side. While from the pocket. Fires. Caught
Good pickup to J-Mo.
Taking it inside the
Let's
30.
go.
Williams.
There we go. That was big. That was big.
Play. Bell makes the tackle.
Look.
Goff gets hit late.
Hey, J-Mo. Wow.
It's going to be roughing the quarterback.
Okay, I was about to say. You know, J-Mo has done his thing today. You know, it was one play where he should have caught the ball, but for the most part, you know, he has a solid game today.
The Dallas 25.
Roughing the passer. Defense number 53. The penalty's half the distance to the goal added to the end of the play.
Let's go. Let's go.
James Houston on the edge. And this is what we've been talking about. You're working some clock, but these are the matchups that favor you. Great crossing route there against man.
They trying to strip that ball out. There you go, J-Mo. Nice way to take that hit, Goff. See, and that's what I'm talking about, J-Mo. You got to go and get them motherfucking balls. You know, now let's end it off with Gibbs and Montgomery. Bring the sledgehammer in.
7 yards. Goff is now home for 270 feet.
We need nothing less than a touchdown. Let's go.
13.
Goff out of the eye.
On the ground again. Doing a good job.
Good way to hold on to it, Gibbs. Pick up about 3.
Gibbs at least on the ground. He's set tonight. Picks up 4 here. Second down and 6.
Pick up a 4.
You know, even when you're in position to make a play, like Kenneth Murray was right there, you still are, you're on your heels. You're on your heels because it's just, is he going to go left, right? It's such a tough thing for a linebacker at 250 pounds to try to make a play there where he's got room to shake.
Here we go. Goff.
Spin move on you.
Goff out of the eye. Gibbs in the backfield.
As they come. Second down and 7.
There we go. Touchdown. That's a nice way to end it. Gibbs. That's big. He's just too fast. Let's go. Let's go.
They limited Gibbs to 20 yards on 9 carries before he's able to bust it into the end zone. But 10 yards.
20 yards or 9 carries.
36-27 pending the extra point.
They convert, keep this drive alive. Watch Penei Sewell on the right side with the rookie Tate Ratledge.
That's good odds.
Job of just kind of pushing that defensive line. They were slanting that way, just push them down. It's like they're going to take a peek to make sure he was good to go, and in the end zone looks clean to me.
That's touchdown, baby.
Down there blocking as well. That's Detroit Lions football. Just
let's go. That was big.
Striking distance, you come right back with an answer.
And that's what I said. We had to listen. We had to come right back.
Extra point here for Bates. Ten-point lead.
Let's go.
Detroit 37 and Dallas 27 on Thursday Night Football.
Keep the wheels churning. So yeah, man, you know, we that definitely we needed that pickup. J-Mo has played an excellent game. You know, I give my hats off to J-Mo. You know, he picked up the slack. We were down a tight end. And he picked up the slack. You know, St. Brown wasn't himself today, but even St. Brown had a huge game. He still looked like the St. Brown of old. You could not tell that, he was having an ankle injury. So it was a good game, man, but the game is still not over with. We have one more possession to be able to close this game out. And then we can, get ready for next week game. No celebration, because, we're coming in as a wild card. We just got to win this game and get ready for next week's game. We coming up on 3 hours, that we've been live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I need you guys to make sure that you guys share this, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and please hit that subscription for your boy. Please. Yep. So, but the offense put up points. The defense. The defense for the most part,
Check it out.
did their thing. We let a few busted coverage. We allowed them to get points off of busted coverages, I should say. But for the most part, man, the defense was solid. We allowed them to get some points late. Therefore, it made it get, we were able to hold up, close them out on this series right here. That'll pretty much end the game. Give me your thoughts, give me your opinions on tonight's game. We needed this game. We were a game ahead of Dallas for that 8th and final spot. That well, not even the final spot. But we were ahead of them of that wild card spot. But Detroit will be getting a few players back. It seems like we've been saying that all season long. But but your boy Gibbs
One, but that was already taken by Jameson Williams. We said
didn't have a great game, but he was able to bust this one open.
So that's 46 touchdowns before turning 24. He's only one behind the great Barry Sanders.
Okay, but you'll get that.
Third. Couple tonight. From the 8-yard line.
All right, 8-yard line. The ball is returnable. All right. So they'll
to the 35-yard line.
Right. They'll start off around the 35-yard line. So, we just got to play solid like we've been playing pretty much all game long. No more busted plays. We have to be able to
with Dak Prescott and his experience, even with CeeDee Lamb down, we just saw how
make sure that this coverage is that we're backing each and every one up back there, because that last play on that bomb, that should have not went down. It was just a busted coverage. We cannot allow that to happen.
And they're winning some matchups on the back end.
Jerry Jones has owned this team since 1989. Of course, what a start. They won 3 Super Bowls in a 4-year period. But with an injury on the field, we'll be back right after this.
Shit. We got an injury down on the field. Number 33. But for the most part, man, it's been a good game. Detroit answered every time that we had to answer. Dallas tried to make it a game. Still can't make it a game. The game is not over. But we can put it away pretty much with this last possession right here. You have what up though, James Sanders? James Sanders said, "Go Lions." What's good with you, man? How you doing? Hope all is well with you, man. You guys got some you got a big game coming up this weekend after that loss last week. But I was just talking about you, Mr. Saunders. Yeah, but it's going to be tough out there in the AFC too, man. And we were just talking about the coach, man. A lot of people were waiting on pretty much for like the Colts and Denver and I forget the other team out there that's having a pretty good season. For them to play the big dogs out there in the AFC. And see what happens. What's going on with your bud? Okay, everything is great. That's good. That's good. We in another bomb burner over here, man. We've letting a few plays get away from us, but I think we're a defensive possession away from ending this game. Who y'all got? Who the coach got this upcoming weekend? This is James Saunders. He's a coach fan. He's a subscriber to the channel. He's always giving us good comments and good, just good feedback. Matter of fact, I got to throw you a wrench, James. All right, here we go. All right, 1st and 10 coming up.
Down by 10.
Down by 10. Lions showing blitz. Here we come up the middle. Let's get him. We got him. Let's go. Mohammed again for his second sack.
They know with CeeDee Lamb down, they've got to take George Pickens away. He's going to have a double.
Why you say that, James?
Stuttering go, but with the safety over top, Dak Prescott has to come.
That was big.
There again is that pass rush that's been missing. It's not been missing tonight.
No, it's been missing. Yeah, here we go.
2nd and 19. Dancing under pressure. Fires.
What the fuck?
Pulled in, and that is.
See, this is the shit that I'm talking about.
And I'll tell you what, not only does he make a great play with the effort to get up and get that first down, Dak Prescott got annihilated as he threw that football, but he still got it there.
Illinois, and that's the way he pronounces it. 7 catches. This time they go to Pickens. He picks
No,
up
it's still 6 minutes left. Look, we got to be able to slow them down.
About the 3:19.
Second and 2 from the 50-yard line up to the first down.
Takes the ball to the 43-yard line.
If you look at the AI model here from Amazon, it's
Now tell me why you say that, James Sanders. Why the coach is the joke, man? They looking besides that game last week. They've been doing their thing.
this down 10, and that's what the numbers spit out. 319 or obviously or earlier would be what Dallas is trying to do. They've got time.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line out of the shotgun. Come on.
Behind. Prescott avoiding the sack for the moment.
Wow.
Taken down from behind.
Touch on the tackle.
Got him.
When he gets left one-on-one, and that's what Dan Campbell told us. He said it publicly. Hey, when we create one-on-one opportunities with our guys, they got to win. We've seen that tonight. I know he and Kelvin Shepard will be fired up. Good job there late in this game by 97.
All right, 2nd and 9 out of the shotgun.
That's fired, and that is going to be caught.
A pick up the first down.
Schoonmaker, the
what type of defense is we playing?
Dak Prescott, and that time Marcus Davenport.
Yeah, we ain't got it yet, James Saunders.
He put it perfect location, low and away, and he gets hit right as he throws it.
First catch for Luke tonight.
Up the middle.
On the ground, trying to push the pile.
Yeah, it ain't over with yet, man. You know,
Like how shot he isn't just.
we've given up too many broken plays.
A little bit of run in case he could hit a crease and pop one. So just trying to make the defense have to respect.
4 minutes and 23 seconds left out of the shotgun.
Tempo on this drive, and that pass is incomplete.
Incomplete. Good defense, Angeloni.
That's maybe the first time that the clock's been able to stop. I mean, most of these plays have been in the middle of the
3rd and 8 coming up. You know, which we know this is 4 down territory.
They catch their breath for this
Um,
play.
9th play of the drive.
Which they can go for the field goal.
Drive was taking less than 3 minutes to this
Does he
point.
try to get it all here out? Does he try to set up a
Right.
short? Let's see what the route is.
The Pickens at the bottom. 3rd down and 8. Prescott looks the other way. Throws.
Wow, picked up the first down. What the fuck? They just threatened our middle. This is horrible.
2nd-year man of the Southeast Missouri State, 6th-round pick last year.
Showing some great savvy. Thick guy, 6'1", 202 pounds.
All right.
And very fast.
Dallas out of the shotgun.
15-yard line. To the outside he goes. That's caught.
No pressure. He's just getting rid of the ball quick. So, you know what? We have to.
Prescott is seeing the field well right now.
We might have to bring that safety down and jump one of these plays.
We've seen Jake Ferguson involved. We've seen Pickens there, Lanoy.
You know, because that's all he's doing is just dropping it off quick.
Well, this guy's a warrior, isn't he? What a competitor.
330 yards tonight. 28 of 38.
Let's get this pick 6. Here we go.
Look out. Has to get it away. Just throws it out of bounds. 3rd down. 33.
This Nate Thomas is out there on an island. It's his 3rd straight start that he's had to step in for Guyton, trying to hold up and protect his quarterback's blind side, and he's got Aiden Hutchinson lined up against him.
All right, here we go.
Lions in their last 4 games have had
3rd and 3 coming up.
Tonight, they've had 4.
Which is 4 down territory.
4 down and 3.
Timeout, Dallas.
And timeout taken here.
Timeout, Detroit.
So it's kind of in a way, I wouldn't say a typical Cowboy game, but we mentioned before their average total of points in a Cowboy game this season 58, 64 already tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we said earlier, it kind of felt like a back and forth kind of game. I mean, you've got to take advantage of your opportunities. By the way, Detroit's been in the red zone 4 times, 3 touchdowns. Dallas inside the
All right, here we go. 3rd and 3 coming up, which we know this is 4-down territory, but Dallas still can go for the 3 points and play defense. This is big. Could have been a false start.
Prescott throws.
Wow, another flag. I promise these goddamn refs ain't shit.
Branch is there.
That's Branch is hurt. Come on, Branch.
That more than likely, that's going to be on the linebacker, Anzalone, who was matched up there in man-to-man coverage against Ferguson. Beat him to the inside. He grabbed onto him. That's when the flag came out. It's a heck of a route there.
Really? He didn't even grab.
Got him off balance, tried to recover, and grabbed onto his waist. Right there.
Yeah, not a lot of contact, but
at all.
That waist for that right hand.
No, that's not no contact.
While you got Branches down, so they'll have
Pass
to.
interference. Offense number 87. This penalty's declined. It's 4th down.
Let's go. I was gonna say that really wasn't even that much.
Ferguson. Wow.
That was big. Come on, Branch.
So the Lions, at least for another play here, will be without Branch.
Terry, you're gonna. Oh, he grabs maybe with the left hand there on the jersey to make him lose his balance. Terry, what do you see there? I saw the grab of the hip.
Kirk, I just see him kind of swimming through. I don't see offensive pass interference. He swims through right there, which is perfectly legal, and then gets grabbed. This is just I don't see offensive pass interference.
Hey man, give us that shit. They always calling that bullshit on us.
Oh my God.
Fuck it. We need it.
That, considering where we are at this point in the game,
we need it. Give us them whole ass calls y'all been calling on us.
Obviously, Aubrey out there now
kick that
to
3
to 7 to a 1-possession game.
Absolutely. First player in the history of the league, 3 field goals of 55 or more in a single game. 57, 55, and 63 tonight.
Remember, Branch, he's been hobbled.
Oh my God, man, that's all we need. Come on, Branch. Hopefully.
Again, they're minus Kirby Joseph, as they have been for a while. Harper got hurt earlier in the game.
That's going to be that call is going to be talked
a few
all night and a few days.
Hey man, listen, we've been getting calls like that for the last 3 years. I need for you guys to make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as you come in. You know, but we've been getting calls like that against us for the last 3 years, you know. So, you know, we was eliminated in the playoffs a few years ago by a horrible call by the refs against Dallas. So, you know, that's just pretty much get back.
From 29 away. Brian Angle puts it down.
Field goal is good. 7-point game. 3:42 left in the fourth quarter.
It's a 7-point game.
Dallas has, I gotta see how many timeouts they got left, but it's been a tight contested game, you know, all the way up until we pretty much had to lead all the way up into this fourth quarter, which we still have to lead, but we had a 3-possession lead all the way up into this fourth quarter, I should say. You know, so Dallas has crawled their way back. You know, I need for you guys to give me your opinion on this game. How has Detroit offense looked to you? How has the secondary looked to you? For the most part, the secondary has held up pretty much all game long. You know, hopefully we'll be able to get Branch back, but that's a big blow to the defense. You know, they've been hitting us over the middle all game long, and we're going to need him. You know, but give me your opinion, you guys. We got a few people here watching. The comment section is open. I would love you guys to interact. You know, let me know what you think about tonight's game. You know, this is a must-win for the Lions. This was a must-win for Dallas, too. You know, we're a game ahead of Dallas for that final wild card spot. So we pretty much have to win out. You know, we did ourselves. We kind of dug a ditch for ourselves by losing that Thanksgiving game that we lost last Thursday to Green Bay. You know, so we have to win out from here to be able to expect to get a wild card spot. You know, but J-Mo stepped up. He had a great game today. St. Brown was, you know, coming off that bad ankle where he was injured last week. He had a pretty solid game. Tesla had a few catches. You know, Gibbs Gibbs had a few catches too that, you know, that was tremendous, that made a few first downs. So, you know, everybody did take part. It was a great game overall. You know, we just have to end it right here. Yeah. You know, because we got another tough game coming up on the road next week. I believe we're heading down to, if I'm not mistaken, Pittsburgh. I have to look at the schedule, but I know we're on the road. All right, so here we go.
Stay tuned after the game, the JCPenney post-game show with Carissa and the guys exclusively on Prime Video. Look down at America Field, home of the Tigers, Ford Field, home of the Lions. He could have gone either way. The penalty was declined on that last play, 4th and 3. Do you go for it, or do you kick a field goal? And they opted to kick the field goal.
No, they did the right thing by kicking the field goal. You know, because if you go for it and don't get it, then the game is over. All right, here we go. All right, good run back. Hey, he's been giving us good field position all game long.
Almost with a fearless attitude.
Who is that? Then I believe he's the backup tight end. We got to put him out there.
Talked with our folks back with Amazon on the analytics about that, and everything points to kicking the field goal, even at 4th and 3. You get it to 7.
All right, here we go.
Clock stoppages with the 3 timeouts.
3 minutes and 34 seconds left. Dallas has.
You're playing the Detroit Lions, who pride themselves on physicality.
I don't know. I can't see the timeouts
You
they
get
have.
3 and out. Get the ball back to Dak Prescott. Give yourself a chance to try to tie it up.
If you miss on 4th and 3, now you're still down by 2 possessions.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Just one, 37 to 30.
Great position that we're starting off with.
42-yard
Up the middle.
return by Kennedy.
Maybe a pickup of 2.
2 goes Gibbs. 2nd down. Big Kaylee.
Well, guys, after safety Brian Branch got tangled up,
Mm.
he needed a cart.
That's not good.
They're looking at his right ankle.
Wow.
And Kaylee, if obviously he's not going to be coming
Wow.
back, if Dallas
That's
is
big.
able to get the ball back to Dak Prescott, that is a big story.
Fuck yeah, that's a big story.
How the defense can
You know, we have to be able to. We got to end the game right here without allowing Dallas to get this ball back.
Next snap coming under 3 minutes. 2nd and 9. Play action.
Play action across the middle. There we go. There we go, St. Brown. There we go. That's big. He should have stayed in bounds. Okay, he was tackled inbound. Let that clock keep running. See, and that's what I'm talking about, what that play action does.
Whether or not he'd be able to play with the ankle, you go to him.
And that was big.
Making plays all night. He goes up there against Deron Bland with the soft coverage. Instead of running and working the clock, they get aggressive, make Dallas
Very aggressive.
back, and who better than number 14 to make one of the biggest plays in the game?
That was big. That was big. You know, and pretty much should have sealed the game. We're in field goal range. We can kick a field goal and make it a 2-possession game. We can run this clock out, and pretty much we need to run this clock out and end it like that.
Explosive. Yep. Living up to their reputation. 3rd in the league coming into the night with explosives.
He was tackled out of bounds. So,
is he out of bounds? Is the question.
he should have been out of bounds.
He was in fact down in bounds.
Okay.
Was
Down
correct.
right
Dallas
there.
is
That left
charged
knee.
in
Okay, well,
right
yeah.
there, and they've used
Inbounds.
one challenge.
And that's big. Dallas
This
is
goes down.
So now I probably can say we got this one, James Saunders, you know, after that pickup right there, you know, but it's been a close game. Dallas made this into a very interesting game. You know, it was scary. But Dallas is a good team, man. I'm impressed with their gameplay. They lost their top receiver, CeeDee Lamb, early in the first half. I mean, in the second half.
Campbell and the aggressive play calling. Tom Kennedy.
But we are without a lot of key players too. So it's all good. It's all in the game.
Drive with his 7-point lead.
They announcing Detroit.
And listen, I'm impressed on that last play they golfed through to St. Brown. That play action, and I said it. We have to be able to play action, be able to get downfield across to St. Brown or either J-Mo, and that's exactly what he was able to do. We have to do more of that, going forward, with all these teams blitzing, like they have no respect for our offensive line or our offense. Gibbs in the backfield, golf out of the eye. Go. Oh, he gone. That's touchdown. Touchdown, Gibbs. Bam. Walked up in that motherfucker. Let's go. That's how you end it. That's how you end it.
3 touchdowns tonight.
3 touchdowns for Gibbs. That's how you end it. He really didn't even have that really big of a game on the ground. He had a nice offensive game, but way to end it, way to step up. And like I said, I'm very impressed in that last play. That's how we have to, exploit these teams that's willing to blitz us like crazy. We have to play action these teams to death and hit them deep, make them pay where it hurts, and we'll be all right. I'm upset that we didn't get that win last week against Green Bay to be able to compete with for the NFC Championship, but maybe it wasn't meant for us to go that route.
Right side when they put all 3 tight ends over here. But watch
all right, here we go. That was excellent blocking on the offensive line. It was over with once he picked up that tackle, and that was just pretty much all the offensive line. There's no catching Gibbs once he gets past that first wave of tacklers.
Golf makes the great throw to St. Brown, who wins against soft coverage against plan, and then they finish.
That was a good call.
Touchdown for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Dan Campbell made some great calls this game. We didn't have, the defense did their thing today. We had another key injury with Brian Branch. Hopefully he'll be okay. We're definitely going to need some of the key players back next week that we've been waiting on. But this was a big win.
6-1.
We damn near put up 50 points. But our defense gave up 30. But
yard line. Turpin, we need a big run back. Won't get one. Planted at the 31.
All right, here we go. You got Dallas still has the 2-minute warning and a timeout left, I believe.
One of the great women in the history of Detroit and the National Football League, Martha Ford.
Give me you guys his thought on tonight's game. Yeah, it's definitely over, James. It was a solid win for the team. Give me your opinion on what you thought this Detroit offense looked like. Everyone contribute. St. Brown did his thing. He had a big game. He had 2 major catches that opened the game up and that ended the game.
Deep downfield. And
hey, listen, we got to hurry up and get Kirby Joseph back because these safeties that we got out there now, man, they're allowing, because that ball should have been caught. If Zach would have put that on the money, that would have been touchdown. And when Joseph Kirby is out there, normally plays like that are picked off.
Before turning 24 years old, look at the company he put himself in.
And did it in front of Barry, who's here tonight.
Okay, so Gibbs got that record. May fuck around and get it again, but we'll probably
fires and traffic.
Nothing.
Complete. Pass that time intended for Jonathan Mingo.
All right, 3rd and 10 coming up. More than likely it's four down territory for Dallas.
NFC playoff picture at the moment. The Chicago Bears are the 1 seed. The Rams, same record, would be number 2. Then the Eagles leading in the East, and the Buccaneers will see them next week on Thursday.
Oh, see, we not even in the
Green Bay and San
playoffs. We in the hunt.
If the race ended tonight, they'd be in the playoffs. Lions, Cowboys right now in major jeopardy, and the Carolina Panthers at 7-6.
For the NFC, so much depth this year. What a race within the divisions and the wild card race.
That's crazy. We got a 55% chance at making the playoffs, even after winning this game. So pretty much we have to win out to make a playoff spot.
Technically, you're still alive.
You know, that tough game we got against the Rams. That's going to be a big game next week.
Win this game in Detroit, with what the Bears have done, they're one of the great stories.
You know, and Pachua, he catches everything. We're going to need Branch and company back there next week.
Normally play like once a week. How many times we start hearing a must-win, like in week 4, right? Yeah, the whole season's like a must-win.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 10 for Dallas out of the shotgun.
That you're on 3rd and 10.
They on his ass.
You're joking up.
All right, 4th and 10 coming up. This will do it. This is for the game.
Well, you can't get enough information. You know that?
Yeah.
Or misinformation. Yeah. Take your pick.
Well, I think that the biggest story to me tonight is not Goff. You kind of know what Detroit's going to do offensively.
I think next week we get we play the Rams, James Sanders. That's what I was just talking about. So that's going to be a tough game. You know, we're going to need Brian Branch and all our key defenders back there next week.
4th and 10.
Get him.
Cowboys stay alive.
Got the first down.
They can as the catch is by the sudden star.
James Sanders said that Green Bay win upset me pretty bad. Yeah, me too, man. You know, that knocked us out of the being able to win our division. You know, so now we have to be able to come in as a wild card.
Lions say he's short.
That the runner is short of the line to gain. However, that ruling is now under further review.
Okay.
All right, so they're making a ruling on that last catch that they thought was the first down. You know, but nah, man, that Green Bay loss that we took last week, you know, that was a big loss for us. You know, that's pretty much forcing us to have to be able to win out in order to make a wild card spot. Oh, he was down before.
The foremost point of the ball when he's contacted by the defender.
Okay, it looked like he got the first down.
Top. Right there at the line to gain.
Oh, well, he's short.
We should get Gene Steratore to bring his index card on. What do you think?
After review, it is a first down.
Excuse me.
Subject to a 10-second runoff. We'll ask Dallas if they want to use a timeout to avoid.
We're already down one timeout. Using the challenge.
Oh yeah, that'll be all the timeouts. But you have to stop that clock.
The clock should read 1:51, and we're currently asking Dallas if they want to use a timeout.
Okay. And Brian Schottenheimer says.
Yeah, man. Listen, that Green Bay loss put us in a bad position.
The play clock to 30, and both.
You know, but like I said, we got LA coming up next week. If we can pull that win off, we got Pittsburgh, and then we finish the season, I believe, off. No, I have to look at the schedule, but I know we got Chicago last. Oh, and I think we have to play Minnesota one more time. There we go. 3rd and 10.
Yeah. Pressured by Hutchinson. Turpin makes the catch.
Picked up the first down.
That's Turpin's first catch of the night. We've seen him a little bit on some jet sweeps, but first time he's able to get some separation. Heck of a job back there under pressure, just looking around, buying some time. Detroit to keep.
All right, here we go. First and 10. Dallas on the 40-yard line. Back out of the shotgun. Lions showing blitz. Here come Hutch. Ooh, just missed him, Hutch.
Goes into traffic flag.
Another flag.
I think they got. Last time we thought that we had a penalty on Anceloni, they ended up calling it on Jake Ferguson. but he sure was grabbing him here.
Pass interference, defense number 34.
Yeah,
this penalty's declined as the play results in a first down.
Great catch. If you're
It's horrible,
Cowboys
man.
fan, you would love to have seen that call a little earlier.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, he's beating him up there pretty good. What somehow catches the ball, even with 21 Robertson coming in there.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Dallas from the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun.
First down. Look
Got him. Got him.
And he goes.
Muhammad.
That's 3.
That is 3rd sack of the game. That's big.
They had 4 games total.
Timeout Dallas.
Yeah, and they took the challenge from their coach and their defensive coordinator. If we create opportunities for you to win one,
That was big. And I said that Muhammad and Hush needed to have a big game. Our front defensive 5. And Muhammad did. He had 3 sacks this game. That's big.
These tackles on islands and obvious passing situations, they get one-on-one, and you got to get the ball out.
Let's get one more.
2nd and 16. Prescott dancing, fires over the middle.
Picked off. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what pressure will do. It'll force you to throw balls where you normally wouldn't throw them. Ball game. It's a good game defense. You know, I believe we had 3 takeaways, 2 for sure.
But he did a heck of a job here reading the eyes of the quarterback, closing that gap and that separation and getting his hand.
Oh, wow. We took it away from him.
How about the way he finished on it?
That's good shit.
Looked like there he might miss it, but somehow, oh, no, he got it. That's an oh.
Oh, wow.
Then it comes out at the very end.
Look at him fight for this ball. Minutes away from him. Good for him.
Yep. It's confirmed the interception stands.
Okay, it's confirmed. That's what's up.
Dak's expression says it all on a night when he had 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
That's what I'm talking about, defense.
5 times.
Victory formation is the best formation.
For the victory formation and 1 more chance. So the Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, I'm going to give my hats off to, to that defense. We had the defense was solid tonight. The offense did their thing, as normal. I mean, as usual when the offensive line is blocking for Jared Goff. But, this was a must-win game, must-needed game for Detroit. Everybody contribute. It was a great game. It was a game that we needed, to be able to stay pace for this wild card spot, So I don't have anything else to add. Thanks. I want to thank everybody who chimed in on the, in the comment section. I want to thank James Saunders. James Saunders also said congratulations on the wins. And I want to thank you on that. Hopefully you guys will be able to pull out a win this week yourself with the coach. But it's been another one. It's your boy Damn D, and I am out. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Help your boy out. We on the mission. We're trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And you guys can help me out. It's another one. It's your boy Damn D, and I am out. Peace.